figured I'd record a quick little intro for this video, because this is not normally what you see on this channel, but this is something completely different, and I think you guys might find this interesting. It's me and Drepz together in a call playing some CSGO, but it's not about the gameplay. We talk about a lot of different topics, about life, about our experiences, and we wanted to share those experiences with the people watching. Of course, this was live streamed, but I figured I'd also upload this on YouTube, because a lot of people weren't watching this. Only about 100 people were watching this live, so I just want to see where this video goes, and maybe you guys will like the video and want to see more of this content, and maybe in the future I will be doing more professional videos like this, where it's just audio, me playing surf, or me going on a podcast and inviting people. Yeah, just let me know what you think. I sort of talked about some other stuff during this as well. It was sort of like a small intro, because we really weren't sure what we were going to do for this. So if you want to skip that, just skip ahead to this point in the video. But if you want to see us sort of like, you know, first getting in the call, you can watch the video. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys.
You know, I'm just gonna do a little bit of skin stuff, then go gym, and yeah, man, just chill for a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna be shredded?
I hope so, man. Not as much as Matt. Matt is ultra shred.
Well, Matt's currently on the cut. He's been getting kind of fat on the bulk. You know, I started going to the gym.
How's the gym going for you?
I already gained 14 kilos.
I'm doing calorie deficit.
Oh, calorie deficit. So you got like a fat stomach or what?
Yeah, right now I'm sick. I went gym before, right? And everything was going great. I was building muscle, but then I fucked up my lower back. I did RDL.
Yeah.
No, sorry, deadlift. I did deadlift, and my lower back completely gave out. Yeah, and like I don't know what's called, but like the plasma or something on the lower back, it like spilled. Then yeah, legit, bro. I put the fucking the deadlift down. I put the weight down, and I fell to the floor. I couldn't stand up.
What the fuck? Imagine you were fucking paralyzed, bro.
No, swear to God, bro. I had to like relearn how to walk. Like walking to the bathroom was fucking hard. I swear to God, it was so fucked up.
But you can check the stream, man. I got a little physique going. Be surprised.
Alright, wait, I'm checking. I have a 30-second advertisement.
Okay,
nice
check this.
You're checking everything out.
I'm just saying though.
I'm waiting for the stream delay. Oh, whoa, okay. I'm gonna put a picture of you on the gym, and I'm just gonna be like, motivation 6 months.
You need a New York calendar, bro.
Yeah, swear to God. You know what? The month of February is gonna be you like pulling your pants down like a little bit.
Bro, by the way, when are you getting a kid? I mean, you're already married.
Huh? Bro, damn. Let me like enjoy life. Let me go on a holiday.
Hell nah, bro. Well, you got married like fucking 2 years ago.
3 years, bro.
3 years ago. If I know anything of like Eastern women, it's that they always want fucking children before they're like 25. Is it not true?
You know what?
She never popped the question, hey, Drepz, when are we making a baby Karambit Sapphire?
Do you know what's funny though? She didn't even want kids before meeting me. And
ASCAP.
Now she... No, straight up.
Nah, bro. All Eastern women, or wherever she's from, I don't know, like Mexico, whatever.
Mexico, yeah.
They all want children. I mean... Maybe she didn't think of it then. Maybe she was just young. But as soon as they're getting older, they're like, okay, I want children, actually.
No, I swear to you. Before I married, she was like, yeah, no kids, ever.
Okay, but how old was she then?
20? 21?
Exactly. Bro, I had a girlfriend that was 20. And she'd always say like, oh, I never want children, never want children. Believe me, by the time the women hit the wall, and the wall meaning that they will lose their beauty and they will have to figure out that, you know, they're gonna have to settle for someone, they'll want children. Like, it's just an age thing. Trust.
Bro, you're gonna get me a lot of trouble if my wife ever, like...
She never watches the stream, so don't worry about it. But I know. Just give it a couple years. She probably... The ovaries start tingling, bro. For real.
You know, I definitely want to enjoy myself.
Yeah, you know, you like, should. I mean, that's why I would never get married at such a young age, but...
You know what, the thing is, I never wanted to get married, but when it happened, when you just meet the right person, it goes really quickly. Because in the first 4 months of us dating, I was like, hey, let's get married. She was like, okay,
4 months of
just like
dating.
that. Do you know why?
And you bought her off mailorderbride.com or
no, bro.
no? Oh, okay.
Wanna?
Gotta make it sound
You know,
like it.
because of COVID and
Lovely.
everything, I had to wait a while till we actually got married. But you know, it's been the best decision of my life. We've been together happier than ever.
Yeah, but I mean, marriage is just a government thing, no?
I mean, I guess, but it also just showcases that we want to be together and we're the right people for each other, you feel?
Yeah, but I mean,
Think about it like this. You find someone who has similar interests to you. They
Right.
have different kind of cultures, so you find new interest, new food,
Right,
a new
right,
world, essentially, you know?
I don't know. I just don't really believe in the point of marrying anymore. And like, at least in Western societies, it's a bit different. People get divorced so much. in
No,
the
I
West. It's actually insane.
I agree. I agree what you mean. Because even she, before I met her, she was like, "Oh, I don't believe in marriage as well. Like, people just gonna get
All
divorced
you
anyway."
do
And I
is
was
you
like,
put a ring on her finger, and then the government is now involved. That's pretty much it.
I think it definitely has to do a lot with. Okay, let's say you're gonna have kids. Of course, when you should get married because a lot of it comes into factor.
A garage, a booth.
Papers as well is a lot easier for papers.
True. If you
being married.
travel and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Someone in chat said taxes. I mean, yeah, taxes come into it as well. But honestly, bro, when you meet the right person, it just happens. And I hope to God that you will
So clueless on this map.
meet the
I
right
mean, I hope
person
so too.
one day. But you definitely just have to, I guess, not look out for it. Because with me, it happened naturally. It just happened. I didn't even expect
Right.
it.
See, I'm just still in the process of getting sexier every single year. And I know at some point I will find like the natural urge just to go up to someone and start talking to them. You know, normally I really don't give a fuck because I'm more busy on just working on myself. But I know that if like once I reach the point where I'm and physically okay with myself and also financially stable enough to that I could support a family, I would probably definitely be looking for like a girl. But not right now. Like I just came out of a 2-year relationship. I'm kind of done with that, to be honest.
Oh, bro,
50
if you just
down
came out to your relationship, just enjoy yourself. I swear to God. Just don't have any expectations. Just do whatever you want. Enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I was like still, you know, I'd sometimes take a girl out on a date, but I would make clear like, hey, you know, I'm not looking for anything long term. Already had a girlfriend. It's not in my interest, like time wise, you know. I guess you can still have fun. It's just you don't have to commit to anything. And let's say
definitely.
the click does happen with someone, I don't know, for whatever reason. Even if I say like, hey, I'm not looking for anything, and then boom, you just click so hard that it's like, oh, you know what? I've changed my mind. It's completely possible. I mean, same for your wife that, you know, when she met you, she was like, oh, I don't want to have children. And then she's like, I want to have children with this man only.
I'm gonna be real with you. Even if you do meet someone and you tell them, hey, I'm not looking for something, but something does happen, you don't need to rush into things. You can just be like, all right, no problem. Let's live together, see how things happen. You know, nothing has to be fast. Like there is no time limit and there is no time
Well,
stamp.
there is a time limit. You're gonna die someday.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not telling you wait 10 years. I'm just saying like spend some time together, maybe live together for a couple months. If everything still clicks, it's cool.
Yeah.
If not, then it doesn't, you know. But there shouldn't be any pressure, if that makes sense. Because with my marriage, there was no pressure. There was zero pressure, you know.
Right, yeah.
It was essentially just me wanting to get married to someone I loved, and vice versa. But there was no pressure.
Where did you
of,
propose?
You have to get married, bro. Online. I mean, I proposed in Mexico, like in real life, but
Online.
I mean, I proposed to her in Mexico, like legit. I proposed to her, and then the next day we got married. But that was already scheduled. But actually, like proposing, yeah, online. Got the rings, showed her everything.
Bro, my ex
You love
made
it,
fun
but-
of me for saying like, "Hey, you do you want to be my girlfriend?" Online. She was like, "Bro, why would you say that on Discord?" Like we were video chatting, and I was like vibing, you know, and I was like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" She was like, "Why would you say
you know
it
what's funny?
online? Ruins the experience."
You know what's funny? My wife was the exact same. I was like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" Right? This was way back. She was like, "Okay, I guess."
Online. Oh my god.
There's definitely a cringe aspect, but you know what? I guess those were the happiest times, staying awake and shit. Not for my mental health, but It was
Yeah,
JVP
it's
or
like kind of sounds like teenager love, to be honest.
He's on boost.
'Cause
No,
I
I
don't
definitely
even
agree.
like, even when I'm like sort of dating someone, I never speak to them like offline or online. I mean, I just like I'll text saying like, hey, when are we meeting up? Or maybe I'll call her like to talk for like 10 minutes. But besides that, like I don't even text. Like, I'm not a texter.
One man, one squeak.
You know, I'm definitely happy about as well is you mature as well while you just, you know, you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
'Cause I
true.
was a
You learn stuff.
teenager
And I
and-
think it's very important, especially for people at a young age, to date. You know, get out there, find what you think is works for you in a relationship, what doesn't, and get your heart broken a couple times, and you'll just, like sort of get used to that in a way. You know, it prepares you for like a long-term thing.
I definitely got my heart broken when I was like a teenager, but I mean.
Okay, now
you know,
wait,
there's
guys,
no
wait. Okay, wait.
expectations.
Now people think I have a Discord girlfriend. I don't, guys. She actually lived like 3 kilometers away from me, but we just like dated, but also gamed, and we played Apex, and we'd be on Discord.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
clarify.
that's nothing. Me and my wife were 1,000 miles away. There was zero way of meeting.
But how do you even meet someone like that?
I don't know. It just I didn't expect it. They didn't expect it.
But you were
know,
playing
it
like
kind
a
of
fucking
happened.
what multiplayer mini golf, and then you were in a voice chat, or
No, straight up. I was just in a voice chat, right? Big
Oh,
Discord. Not big, but like friends Discord. Random people joined in. She was the one person who joined in as well. And we kind of just stayed at that voice chat talking like as a group.
wait, in a
Then
Discord?
I DM'd her. Yeah. And then I DM'd her. And then from there, the rest is history, bro.
See, but that's so rare though. Like actually meeting an, let's say, a fun person, but also an attractive person. Like let's say you clicked off in the Discord, all right? And then you see a picture of her, and she's what, 400 pounds, 40 years old, already has 3 children. Like imagine that.
No, I get what you mean, but I definitely made sure I knew how she looked like. Does that make sense? Because I'm not gonna. No,
That's-
listen,
that's
I'm not gonna
important.
marry someone. Yeah, I'm not gonna marry someone unless I know who they are. You know. Because the thing is, even before we got married, I already
More remain,
video
more
called
squeaky.
her. I already
Almost
did
remain.
everything. Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll,
of course.
I'll send you something on
Yeah, coming
Steam
in.
as well. Look at the first picture.
Out.
Can I open that on stream?
Yeah, why not? It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's public. It's on Twitter.
Do you want me?
Yeah, look at the first
One man,
message.
one squeaky.
And then look at
Open
the
this
second
Steam
message.
browser.
Right?
Oh, cool. Yeah, how's it first?
Yeah,
How's
look
it
at this.
going? Nice to meet you, Law. Sorry, it's a bit annoying. Oh my god, you simped already? Was all
No, I
good
didn't
fun in the
simp.
beginning, and such, you know.
And then look at the next
Shits and
message,
giggles,
right? 9 hour
mates.
call.
I'm so bad.
A 9-hour call.
Yeah, and then from there, of course, a lot more, but
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
pretty pog, bro. Pretty pog.
Oh, it's like one of those
You know
rare
what's funny?
stories.
I look at my picture on your Twitch, and I look like a Roblox character. You know, like 4x3, fucking, you know, trying to say like a square
Oh.
character.
Yeah, she forced 3 stretch IRL or what?
No, it's definitely rare. You know, like 1,000,000%. What
Yeah.
happened? The chances of happening. Me going to fucking Mexico, like, bro, what? You know? But yeah, man, I'm happy.
I mean,
2 more.
honestly, I wouldn't even see myself dating a Dutch girl, to be honest. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because I'm used to speaking English so much, and like,
Two more.
I don't know.
Do you think because you're used to an environment where you've always been around Dutch girls? I'm
This
talking
one.
school, friendship groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean,
It's kind of the same with me and Arab women, you know, because I kind of know how they think, know their expectations. There's no
Right.
uniqueness,
right.
and
yeah.
I think that's the same for you. You kind of know what their interests are.
Yeah, I mean,
even though it's
you
kind of
can,
generic.
You can find like a Dutch gem, but most of the time it's always the same type. Like, you know, it's somewhat feminist, like, or mainly.
No,
just
I get what you
feminist.
mean. Yeah,
And like,
I definitely understand what you mean. It's like they like the exact same food as the next 10 girls. They
Yeah.
went on the same holiday as the next 5 people. I know what you mean. There's no
Pretty
like,
much, yeah. I would need
uniqueness. Yeah.
someone that like everything is like unique in a way, like something, or someone that you could learn a new way of living from, but like vice versa as well.
But you know what? I think that's the exciting part of life, where you just don't know. But the thing is, don't really expect it. You know, you don't know for a reason, if that makes sense. Kind of just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens, man.
And you should never, like, maybe when I was like 18, I was specifically looking for a girlfriend, like 19, 18, 19. But you should never force it, I feel like.
Oh no.
Maybe when you're starting to get really old, but you'll probably just meet someone you vibe with, right? But for me, it's different.
If you force, if you force anything, it's just not worth it. You know, because
Yeah.
maybe you hurt the person, feelings change, you push someone away. Nah, man.
But it's also for me, it's that, you know, even though I have like a lot of friends that live in the same city as me, it's like everyone knows each other. You have friends that maybe hooked up with each other and stuff, and
Yeah.
you can't really date them or anything, and meeting new people doesn't really happen here as well, or just for me. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
because I might meet some people and they might think like, oh, this guy's a big YouTuber, he has money and he'll take advantage of you. Like, I never know if people really are like genuine, you know,
No,
except for people that I've
definitely
known
get
for
what
like
you
6
mean.
years.
No, I definitely understand, and it's the same thing with my wife as well. Because she was like, "Oh, I've seen your profile before," and I'm like, "When?" This was months before we like met. She was like,
Right.
"Oh, I've seen your profile before we met." So I'm thinking in my head, of course she's seen my profile, high level, inventory 20k something. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And when I met her, like, I definitely had money, but
I flash weapons.
the good thing is that, like, of course you know someone, you can tell if someone's genuine or not. But she
Right.
never asked me for money, nothing like that happened. She had her own money, she worked her own stuff. She was very like independent. She was like, I don't want to lean towards anyone. I want to be my
Yes.
own person. I'm like, you know, that's good because,
Cool.
yeah.
To be honest,
But-
I'm not really like a
What
big
did
fan of like women really doing their own thing. They might be like really.
No, you know what? I am a big fan of that because imagine you're trying to do your own things, your own experiences. Think about it like this, yeah. If
Oh,
me and
one
you
city,
were to
20
go on
HP.
holiday, we would go on holiday. We have money to do that. If a
Right.
girl wants to go on holiday, maybe it could be different. The financial part could be different. Maybe she'll go with a friend, and then that friend pays for everything. You never know, or maybe she'll pay for herself. But
I see that, but
I guess there's a comfortability level, you know. With me and you, if I say, hey, let's go on holiday or let's go to a restaurant, I assume we're gonna split it, no problem. You go to dinner with a girl, she's gonna assume the opposite.
you always pay.
I mean, yeah, but you get what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, no, but it's pretty much like always expecting you pay for the girl, right? If I had a girlfriend, I would pay her holiday, no problem. Like, I remember she didn't want to do that. That was like kind of a funny thing, right? Because like we had like a relationship, but she moved to another city. She was studying and stuff, and then you're kind of living different lives. And I'm not the type of person to go online and like call you or text you. You know, I might play a game with you on Discord, but that's about it. And she, I don't know, like at some point something switched. Like I wasn't giving her any attention. I wasn't really like vibing. We both weren't vibing. And then I noticed towards the end of the relationship, she actually was like, oh yeah, let's go on a holiday, or oh yeah, take me out to dinner. It's like there's like this moment that something clicked, and she was like, oh yeah, maybe I should use the money. I thought that was so like, I don't know. I guess something was off already, but I just felt so cheap, you know. She always said, oh no, I don't care about your money, I care about you. And it was like, oh, let's go on a holiday then. No, something you like. I said to like months ago, I said like, let's go to Malta together. I'll pay for you. No, planes are bad for the environment. No, I want to pay myself. You know, but I like doing that. So I would like. I mean, I guess there's like differences for everyone what they look for in a woman. But I mean, I'd be happy to take care of a woman, and she'd just be like in her feminine energy. You know, I like that. Not like a woman that's like,
I get what you
"I'm a
mean.
feminist and I gotta work my own money and this and that.
In this particular situation, I can't give much because, of course, I don't know the situation. But it's kind of funny how she's like, "Oh, the relationship was ending," and out of nowhere, she wanted to have a holiday. But I think
Yeah, you know,
it could be.
But that's really like just as like she's finding a reason to stay. You know, I guess you could call it
I'm
like
not gonna
that.
lie to you. It could be also her being like, okay, this relationship is about to die. Let's try and recoup it. If it goes well, it goes
I mean,
well.
yeah, that's a different
it's up.
perspective.
Yeah, I guess you don't know because you don't know that person well enough. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oops.
Because trust me, even though you know that person for 2 years, you still don't know. I'll be completely honest. Anything can happen, man. You really don't know. And that's something for me that's scary. Because when I married my wife, the first year or two was really rough because anything could happen. You know, maybe she didn't like maybe she didn't like live in this country because she lives with me in the UK.
Right.
Maybe she doesn't like my parents' food, for example, because I lived in my parents' house for a while. There could be like a number of things, and I guess you just, when you're in a relationship, you either compensate or you talk to each other and you meet each other and a standpoint where both of you are comfortable. You feel?
I mean, a relationship, of course, also needs work on both ends. You know, it's not
Oh,
always
yeah,
expected to be always super chill. Like, you gotta put in some
But
effort. You know,
I definitely don't think 2 years is enough to know if a person is genuine with all their words. You know, with
Yeah,
me and my
but,
wife, if we
you know-
talk, she could know if I'm lying or not, or she could know if something is bothering me, and vice versa. You know what I mean? But I think
Right.
that's when communication comes in, because your ex, you could have told her, oh, did you want to go on this holiday to try and rebuild the relationship, or did you just want to go on
Yeah,
holiday?
you could communicate it,
You know what
but
I mean?
but the thing was though, I already had in my mind like I wanted to like sort of better my life because I was, you know, not really putting in any hard work. I was smoking weed every day. I was underweight, you know, and I always, getting called.
His scratch.
I always wanted to like sort of improve myself, but I knew if I would do that, I would also look for a new girlfriend. As harsh as that may sound, it's like I knew my views didn't align with hers in like the sense of like the environment, and like she would never want to cook meat for me. She would never want to go on a holiday together. I could never pay for her. So I sort of just stayed in the same place mentally and physically because I just thought like if I'm gonna change, I will have to be the person to break up. You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut you off only because my wife, she's vegetarian, yeah, like 10
Right.
plus years, but she never had a problem cooking me meat. I never
Yeah.
forced her to eat meat.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't. If they love you enough, I swear to God, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but you know how
My
far
wife has no
you know
problem.
how far that went. She didn't even want to buy meat. So if I was busy, something comes up. Jeez, I keep getting called for fuck off.
You know
if-
what? That's fucked up. She doesn't
Yeah,
want to
if
buy
I was
meat for
busy
you,
and
like,
I would say,
don't know.
hey, she says like, oh, I'm going to the store, and I'm like, could you pick up some meat because I want to eat some meat for dinner, and she wouldn't even do that. She's like, no, I'm not buying any
Nah.
meat. I was like,
You know what?
bruh.
Then she didn't put that effort in, because if she would like love you and care for you and make you dinner, then she wouldn't have too much of a problem. Like with my wife, she doesn't. She puts her gloves on and she goes marinate the meat, get prepared, cooked for me.
Yeah,
She just tells me,
exactly.
"Hey,
See,
I'm
that's
just
also
not gonna
that's.
eat
I
it."
mean, it's several reasons, of course, but it's also a big thing. That was like for me, like,
No, it's
okay.
definitely a big thing.
Like I
because
knew, for example, like
Yeah.
if you're in a relationship for 2 years, right? You're already thinking 10 years ahead. So let's say you're looking at the future, right? And I could not see a world where, first off, she didn't want to have children. I don't know if she would have stayed with that viewpoint. I would like children in the future, but I could never see a world where, let's say, we had children and they wouldn't be allowed to eat meat because of their mom, like, and get forced that view of like food on them, saying like, oh yeah, meat is bad for the world and the environment and this and that. And I'd be like, no, I want my children to just grow up and form their own opinions, you know? Sort of like, I guess she was sort of like psyoped by the fucking society in a way, but
you
Yeah.
know what, and you can apply this kind of logic to anything, religion, many views and opinions, even recent views and opinions. Bro, I'd love to fucking have a podcast and just talk about life in general.
because I always do that, even when I'm streaming. You know, people that stream CSGO, they just play the game. They don't really talk about anything. They just play. And I never do that. Every time you're just playing, I want to talk about something about like improving life or something about views or something about cultures. And it's sort of like CSGO is like sort of like a bottleneck. You know, you can't really do anything
Yeah, it's
outside
kind
of
of like
that.
it's kind of like a robotic thing. You just play the same game, and it's, you know, it's either win lose. I guess
Yeah.
some things is cool when you play CS, you get a nice shot or something. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, now that with the solo holiday that I'm going on, I was thinking about just recording myself going through like sort of like a process, just talking about stuff like this, or like coming to conclusions, or being the best version of yourself, and just sort of integrating that into like sort of a vlog. sort of being real with the people. I've never done a vlog like that, so it'd be dope.
I
And-
think I think the vlog there would be nice. Yeah, especially a nice YouTube content. People would love to go back and watch it and learn about it or discuss in the comments. No, it's definitely
yeah,
good.
and I mean, also
definitely
just
like
for the
stuff like
second
that.
channel, people that are like huge fans, you know, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, it's like a crying baby outside. But the second channel is like for people that apparently watch my content so much that they like to watch just me playing streams or whatever.
Yeah,
And I
just
feel like they
you
would
in general,
appreciate
you
such
as
a vlog
person.
super much. You know, they would be like, I don't know. I guess they would really want to see a side of that. I don't know how that's going to go, but in the future, of course, I don't want to be doing CSGO content for like... in the future, I don't want to rely on like CSGO content. Like I would want to have my money come from something else, like a business or something passive.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
100%.
And then-
Because imagine one day you break something and what else? You know, you can't do CS anymore. As shitty
also
as that
that,
sounded,
but I
it's
also
serious.
just feel sort of bottlenecked in a way. I know that if I would develop myself more as a person and I would record stuff to inspire people, that would be more fulfilling than to just play a game that people want me to see play and then having to put a sponsor on it. It's not necessarily contributing to society in a big influential way, you know, and that's sort of the thing that I want to do. Is I just want to inspire people to stay sober and go to the gym and practice stoicism and just, you know, become better for society instead of like these people that sit inside 200 hour 2 weeks, play face it only, have no manners, and are very unhappy with themselves, you know.
No, I get what you mean. You kind of just want to do the best thing for you and then inspire people so they can do the best. Because of course, if you just sit down and play all day, people might just do the same.
True, yeah, and that's also the thing that I just don't get. Is like I find it crazy that people, I guess not, but people, I guess if they're going on Twitch on YouTube, they're just looking for like some sort of escapism, right? Because you're going on there and you're basically getting your consciousness stolen. So people go on there. Like it's even when I'm streaming and I'm talking about more, I guess, controversial things that, of course, I find important to talk about, just like corruption or religion stuff or whatever, and just, you know, kind of talk about that stuff. But people don't like hearing it because it reminds them of the problems in their own countries or their own things, which is sort of fucked up. So they would prefer just to have see a guy play CSGO and like try hard and this and that. They don't have to think about anything.
Yeah, kind of their escape route. I get what you mean. Kind of like just
they never really
forgetting
face the
about-
reality of the world, and I just think that's crazy because everyone will have to face the reality of the world at some point. People are not going to be 50 and still play CS:GO. I think, right? You probably your priorities change the older you get, and I just feel like people should come to that conclusion sooner because people nowadays don't really.
It's definitely a short-term solution that they have, and no, I agree with you definitely.
Yeah, but you know, all those memes that you see where it's like, oh, me at 24, and then my parents at 24, you know, and at 24 they had like already had like a house and like children and this and that.
I really hate those memes. Like they're just so dumb. I understand that they're making the joke, and I get the joke, but understand that there was completely different times.
Yeah, I mean,
And
money-wise,
wages was different,
but
house prices was different. It's such a shitty way of, you know, kind of comparing. Because with me, my dad at 24, he was in jail. Me right now, like it's completely different. But no, I swear to God, it's so fucking stupid. It really is stupid. And not everything is the same.
But besides the money and besides the wages and whatnot, it's still people are forced into being an adult way later than they could already force themselves in. Like people are just kind of comfortable. They don't feel like doing anything. They're okay with it because everyone says it's okay. You know, just smoke a joint, play some video games. Who cares? But everyone's got to face the reality at some point that they got to grow up. And I feel like the faster you do that, the more you're going to achieve in life, believe it or not. Because there's people out there playing CSGO so much and they will never aspire to be a pro. Maybe they try to, but they're never going to get it. And it's like, imagine spending that time doing something for like production,
You know what?
for like the world, for like society as a whole, you know?
You can definitely use me as just an example, because you see me, I have 4.4k hours in CSGO. I know for a fact 3,000, minimum 3,000 hours is just skins. skin viewing, inspecting. I swear to God, going on community trade servers to trade skins. Like straight up, I'm not gonna. I don't see myself playing this game to become pro. I see myself playing for fun.
No,
Yeah.
right, but for you, it's also like a job, right?
I mean, yes and no, because it's more of a hobby than job. Because it makes good income, but it gives me a better financial future, if that makes sense. Like now that I'm married, I have big priorities. If I want to have
Right.
kids, I want to have a house. If I want to have a house, I need money. But I want to own a house, not rent or pay it off for 20 years. I can't do that, you know? I really can't. To me, I really can't do that. I can't see myself paying something for 20 years, being 50 years old and being like, you know what, finally, I got a house that's in my name. I can't do that. Especially with the way internet works and you have different things of not get rich quickly, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like crypto, for example,
Yeah, but I
or
mean, paying
other
something
investment.
off on the long term isn't really such a bad thing, I'd say.
I personally don't believe it in it, if that makes sense. To me, I can't do that because things happen. In that 20 years, you don't think you will lose a job. You don't think you want to
No,
live
but that's
somewhere
the
else
thing,
in a
right?
different
Because if you,
country.
the thing is
No?
here in the Netherlands, if you want to get a house, you have to earn like at least 70,000 a year, and normally you
Yeah.
do that by combining two incomes together. So it would be like a woman and a male. They would combine the incomes. They could buy a house, and then when you're paying off the debt for that house, you're paying, let's say, maybe 1,200 euros a month. And the moment
Which
you
is a
get
lot, yeah.
the moment you get the mortgage, your income doesn't matter anymore as long as you're paying the mortgage. So in the Netherlands, to qualify for the house, you have to make at least 35k a year each. But let's say you're earning 20k a year, you can still pay off a 1,200 euro mortgage, but you're not going to get it in the first place. And that's the thing. Like,
Oh, no, no.
as long as you get the
I
mortgage,
get
you
what
can
you
pay
mean.
off like, let's say 700-800 euros a month. And let's say, yeah, okay, maybe I do get something fucked up, and maybe I do lose my job. You can get another job and still pay it off. Like even if you have no study, because the average income here in the Netherlands is like 3,000 euros or like 2,000 euros as a starter.
I get what you mean. I guess just I'm talking in a sense of people definitely want to go live somewhere else or they want to experience new things, you know? Like for me, I don't want to always live in the UK. I want to do new things. I want to maybe go to fucking Mexico and get a house there and just chill for a couple years. You know, I want to do many different things. Maybe we even want to go to the US. I don't want to be stuck in one place, working all the time, doing the same thing, paying the same. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
getting
it just
stuck in the routine again.
depends on. Yeah, I guess it just depends on perspective. Like right now, I've been grinding since I was, bro, fucking 14, 13 years old, you know, trying to get as rich as possible. And I'm gonna enjoy myself, you know? I don't know, life hits me differently recently because I had one of my family members pass away. She
Oh
recently
shit.
got married, right? It was really fucked up. So she got married and basically she has only one eye. Someone like her eye when she was young, so not a lot of people wanted to marry her. And then
Uh,
she finally got married, which was a big thing, right? And then, which was really happy for her, because not a lot of people wanted her because of her physical appearance.
right.
Then she had a kid. That kid unfortunately passed away, and then she died of cancer like 2 weeks ago.
Fuck.
And everything happened so quickly. It was so fucked up. It was not expected, you know? And within 24 hours, she died. And it was when she got diagnosed. And it was so scary because I didn't expect that, you know? And it was so fucked up. It was really, really fucked up. To know that she worked really hard to get married, to have kids, to have a family, and that everything just got taken away. And to me, that like hit me so bad. Because I was like, wow, you know, that's really
It
fucked
could
up.
happen to anyone at any point.
Oh, I know, and it really just made me view life, I guess, a lot more deeply because it just got taken away. You know, like she worked so hard to get married, she waited so long to have her kid, and now she just left the world with like without anything, if that makes sense.
Right. She didn't get to experience anything. People didn't get to experience her.
Exactly, or even having a kid, like there's nothing. She came in this life and she left this life as quickly as possible, and she was young as well, man. She was only a year older than me.
Yeah,
You
and that's
know,
why I mean it's sort of hard nowadays because with the way the wages are, you have to save up money because you can't really spend
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
People, I don't know what the statistics were, but it was like a majority of the people in America are legit living paycheck to paycheck. You can't even live like
Yeah.
that. Imagine like that's
I know.
something that's I guess comparable to North Korea, where they make people hungry all the time and they will not have to worry about the politics because the only thing that they worry about is if they can make it the next day. And it's sort of in the system right now where it's people are more worried about making money than actually society as a whole. People can't even look months into the future. How are they going to look 100 years into the future? They will never think about that stuff. And that's sort of the fuck thing with the money system. It's like people are making so much money and people are making so little money. And just people never get to live life. It's crazy. That's like for real, like what fucking Andrew Tate says, like the Matrix.
I think there's definitely a big lack of the middle part. Even if you are middle class, you're not gonna stay there. You're either gonna get rich or you're gonna go back down, and it just depends what time. But no,
I mean,
definitely
you can get like a blue collar job for like, let's say 100K a year. I mean, it's not
but then-
necessarily rich, but it's. I mean, well,
100
for a big
100K a year.
for like a lot of countries, that's very rich. But for the Netherlands, that's like, you know, above median.
Yeah, above middle class. That's definitely upper class. It's not rich. It's upper class. You know, 100%. I guess I just wanted to put everything into conclusion, just to enjoy life, man. You know, like with me, I'm at that point where I'm really burnt out from
Same.
grinding skins and stuff. I'm really burned out. And honestly, I just want to take my wife and just have a holiday. I want to go to different countries I've never been to. And just enjoy life. I swear to God, just do new experiences.
But you need
know,
money
like,
to do that, though. That's the thing.
yeah, but the thing is, I've grinded so many years to a point where I can do that, and I'll be happy to do that. But I guess not a lot of people are fortunate enough to do that. You know, to grind. They maybe went through school, focused all their energy on school, and now they're out of school with nothing and a 50K debt. I get what you mean, and that's the thing, is different perspective, and that's where I'm going back to your point where you have to realize that you're being an adult soon. Because with me, when I was 14, 13, I had to fucking think about my future. I didn't think about school. I think about how can I live after a certain time? How can I make money? What can I do? And luckily enough, skins came my way, you know? But even if there wasn't skins, I would have done so many side jobs.
You never had like one job that you really wanted.
No, never. I came into school not knowing what the fuck to do. I finished uni, right? Still don't know what I want to do. No clue whatsoever.
Oh, same. That's why I'm also thankful for Matt, because I was legit, I don't know, just lost, you know, in school.
No.
Didn't want to study anything. People like next to me were like, yo, I'm going to be a fireman later. Or I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. And then you always had to put in these questions or like answer these questions where they said, okay, what do you like to do? What do you want to be later? And whatnot. And I would never have an answer for any of these questions. All I said to myself,
Same.
even when I was like 10 years old, I would say to myself, I just want to be somewhat rich, have a nice girlfriend. That's it. I'm happy in life. I don't need a specific job. I would prefer maybe to do 3 side jobs than just be stuck on one regular fucking thing. Just, you know, enjoying life also. And that's the thing that maybe people should also realize. Like, for example, Matt, he's really just on the grind 24/7. Like, I don't know if you ever saw that meme where it's like suffering builds character and it's just like a circle constantly. And then you're constantly suffering, you know. And I have also friends that, for example, are, let's say, broke. They are living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have money to go out and do stuff. But they are really hard, like enjoying life, you know, just going outside, talking, telling stories and stuff. And I feel like I'm sort of in the middle ground of both of that. Like, I like to work hard, but a break is sometimes really necessary. So for the past four months, I'd say, I've been steady, you know, gym 3, 4, 5 times a week. I've been streaming 5 times a week. And besides that, I don't really got out that much. And I think this just got to my head. It was like the last week, I just felt like I can't do this anymore. I gotta do something. And I just said to myself, you know, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to another country completely. Just get the fucking, I guess, enjoy being able to have the freedom to do something like that before I get married, before I have children, and just kind of fucking see life.
Oh, yeah, or even before that money is gone, because you don't know. You're using that money for holiday, but you could have damn well used that money to buy a new motorcycle or something. Could be anything.
Oh, really?
But you're choosing to take a break, which is good. You know what? Thank God for Matt. He's a hustler. He's such a grinder. Like, I have so much respect for him.
Yeah, he really be grinding always.
Nah, 100%. And like, but he's grinding everything. His mental health.
That's the thing, right?
Physical.
If you have a mental mindset that you believe that you will achieve something in life, you will achieve it. I mean, my man's been doing projects here and there for years and years and years on end, and he never really got that successful. You know, he always lost his investment or whatever, and now he's putting in everything again. And at some point, one of the failures is just going to turn into a success, and he's going to be rich.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll probably be thinking like, well, I predicted it. Always. Sure.
Definitely hope the best for him. And I guess that same thing is with me with skins. I always had like stuff where I was like, I want to get this certain skin, which was this price mark. And even when I got it, I just looked at the next skin, and went and got that. And it just kept on building up for years and years. And now I'm just at a point where I put everything into investments, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy to sit at the sidelines and let my investment do the work for me instead. I just take out money every now and then and enjoy myself, you know? Took out a lot of money, gave it to my parents, my family, even some to myself, and yeah.
Like, even though I'm earning more than my friends from doing YouTube, I like to just also spend that on my friends, you know, or spend it on my family or whatever, and just like kind of share it.
It's such an enjoyment that taking that money out, because when you have the money online, it doesn't mean that much to you.
Exactly, but you can use that to share experiences with your friends, and you know, let them enjoy things that they, for example, couldn't enjoy. But you know, if the roles were changed, I think they'd do the same. You know, if they were so blessed, they would also say like, "Oh, don't worry, I got the bill," or this and that. Because it just sucks, you know. If I'm like with friends and they just say, "Oh, I can't do that. I have no money," I'm just thinking like, "Wow, you just got fucked by the system, and you can't enjoy such a simple thing in life." It's like getting a burger from the McDonald's. They're like, "Oh, I gotta check my bank account." I'm like, "Bro,
yeah, I know.
I got it.
It's fucked up. You know, I'm so happy that I am blessed, because even me, right? I've never went paintballing, right?
Yeah.
And recently, those, you know how sometimes when you go to like the city center, there are people advertising services like paintballing in bulk, you know? So this guy was selling in bulk. He was like, "Oh, 10 tickets of paintballing, one person per ticket, and it only costs 70 euros, right? And you get everything, the full equipment, blah blah blah, training, whatnot." And I was like, I was with my wife. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna buy it. Why not? I'm just gonna bless some of my friends. We're gonna go. I never went paintballing in my life. Some of my friends probably never been. I'm just gonna buy it and do it. Why not? You know? And I'm so happy that I took that chance. And I already planned to go with like my couple family, couple friends that are coming over. And even something as simple as that. And I'm not gonna charge them any money. Fuck that, man. You know? Because it was 70 euros, 10 people was what, 7 euros per person? Fuck that. I'll just take them, go have a good time.
That's funny, because I had the same thing. I got a paintball ticket, 8 people. I was like, yeah, come join in, guys. Like, let's do something fun that that nobody's ever done before. And it's such a nice experience to do that.
Oh, 100%. And it's so nice when people don't have to worry about travel and money. Like, it's good because there's nothing stopping them, you know? All you have to do is find the right date, the right time, see when they're available, that's it.
But I also feel that if you really want something bad enough, or let's say you want to be able to do that, you can always put your mind to it and find a way to do that. Because for some people to have nice experiences, there's going to be other people that don't have nice experiences, because everything's balanced. So like, there's people out there that are completely fine just working a regular ass job, working for other people. And there's also people out there that just know that there's something out there that they can get, and they want that, and they will just work for it as hard as they can.
But you know, something like paintballing, it just really depends, because no one's gonna look at paintballing and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that next week." You know, that's something they're like, "I'd rather just go work an extra day," you know?
Yeah.
Because it takes time to plan, money to put in, people to gather, you know, because you're not gonna go paintballing alone. You're gonna go with friends. You're gonna go with a group that you're comfortable with, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely people should never get stuck in like a routine. It's like you always gotta change stuff up. Otherwise, you'll just be bored, and boredom leads to depression, irritation, and it's like you always gotta find new stuff to do. And even if people are happy with just doing the same shit every day, that's totally fine as well. You know, my dad still works at the same place. He worked there for like 30 years straight. And he still enjoys going to work, working 8 hours a day, getting home, drinking a beer, and laying in the fucking hangmat. And he's totally fine with that. I would never see myself doing that, but other people just...
you know, I'm so happy that this online world gives us so much opportunities to do new things, you know? Because if it hasn't been for CSGO, I would have never done this. Or never been as, you know... If it hasn't been for Twitch, you would never be streaming to 100 people. And I'm just so happy that there were so much opportunities and jobs, and You know, there's cool people, man. I mean, I network from people all around the world. Even you're living in Holland, I'm in the UK, you know? But before, they wouldn't happen.
Before, you'd be stuck in your own country.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be
You'd
in
only
the
talk,
close
like,
mindset.
let's for example, let's say you're born in Turkey, bro. Like, constantly angry people around you.
Oh, and the
everyone's just fucked.
currency being so weak where you can't even help your family. No, I get what you mean. And you work for what? All those hours just to collect a little paycheck? It's not worth it. So you seek out new opportunities. You seek out different places to live, new environments.
But don't you think even if there wasn't any internet, you would still find a way to hustle of some sort?
Yes, but it would be physical hustle. It would be, let's say, you're working as a mechanic on the side job, and you're also doing maybe, let's say, marketing for a company. Well, you said internet, so let's change it up. You work in an office job and also a mechanic. Or let's say when you're in an office job and someone's car breaks down, you're like, hey, I'm a mechanic. Let me help you out real quick. Instead of you traveling somewhere, let me just do something for you and you can just pay me, you know, for my service. I'm that kind of hustle, you feel me? But with the internet, it makes everything easier. You can have 10 jobs at one day and just do everything. Same with me, I do skins, but I don't just do one deal a day. I do maybe 10, 5.
Yeah, but there's like internet's like a two-sided sword because of course you get a lot of opportunities, but there's also that you start comparing yourself to other people. And
there's a lot of
makes you depressed.
competitiveness and a lot of bad things on the internet. No, I understand what you mean.
All five.
I'm mainly looking at the good side of things. Why? Because that's what I'm focusing on, you know? I don't want to focus on the negative, be like, oh, the internet's bad, this and that. When I have kids, I'm going to tell them, hey, the internet's really good. There's a really cool opportunity, so just put your mind to it. Be honest with yourself, you know? Have integrity.
No. Like, I don't get why people hate on Endertate so much. Like, it's actually insane.
No.
Like, I feel like he spreads a good message. Like, people only see maybe the viral clips. But the message he spreads is all actually very impressed. Someone just redeemed 5 overhead presses. Oh my god.
I definitely watch I watched one of his podcasts in full. Rather than those viral videos, I just one in full. I definitely like his message. I don't hate him at all, you know? I think what he does is spreading good message. I guess he just does it in his way and people clip it and you know how the internet works.
Yeah.
The internet's always crazy. You say one small thing, blows up, and people put that into perspective, government gets involved, etc, etc.
And also the internet, I feel like, costs people, or like, it just fucked up the dating scene. Because now women, they will be on social media, they will see a DM from someone who has way more followers, who has like way cooler cars, and they will start sort of lusting towards that.
You know what they will be thinking about as well? They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna expose this guy if I don't get my way. Because that's what happens a lot. A lot of women who, you know, get DM'd by famous people. They're like, oh, this guy rejected me? Okay, let me leak DMs, let me do this, let me do that, let me damage his reputation. That's shitty.
And also, the internet just got people okay with sitting in a cellar for days on end.
No,
it's like, now you don't have to go outside anymore, but let's say there's no internet, and you're like, sort of like an incel, you know, you're just sitting inside 24/7, you'd be okay with that. But if there was no internet, bro, people will be thinking like, bro, are you insane? Sitting in a dark room by yourself, doing nothing? Like, it's crazy. The internet just works like that.
Give me 1 sec, yeah? My dad's calling me real quick. You can take good and bad from religion anywhere, if that makes sense, you know? Because with me, I grew up Muslim, I am Muslim, but I try to take the good out of it. You know?
Right. And I guess same. I mean, I don't really have a religion. I didn't really grow up with one. But, you know, it feels kind of, I don't know what to call it, like, just nice, that knowing that there might be something out there, and just being the best version. Like, I also agree with a lot of values from the Islam, but maybe there's also things that I agree on with, like maybe Christianity, or like maybe with the I don't know what it's called. It's probably like the other religions and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that will probably fit 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's nothing that's you 100%. You know, you have different ideologies, different views, and same with me. I don't think everything in Islam is right, but I think most of it is right. You know, and I guess one of the big things in Islam is just being honest towards yourself, being a good person. You know, if someone needs help, you help them. You don't expect anything in return. That's kind of something I love. You know.
Yeah, and just like altruism. You know, I don't know if you
Yeah.
know the term.
No, I actually haven't heard from it.
I just said
what does
yeah.
it mean?
No, altruism is just helping people or just helping anyone without expecting anything in return.
Ah, okay.
For no other reason than just helping the person.
I said yeah because I probably heard the word, but I don't know what it means.
I mean, you might know the like sort of the
Yeah.
meaning of it because this is like seen a lot in like whales, and they do say whales have the biggest brain out of all animals. So maybe they know something that we
Whales,
don't.
you mean?
Yeah, whales, like legit whales.
Ah, yeah,
'Cause they have like the biggest brain out of pretty much every animal, and maybe
yeah. They're the smartest.
if everyone was super intelligent, maybe they would be much nicer to everyone. Who knows?
But in Islam, they definitely have a lot of, you know, you do something, you don't expect
Too short.
anything in return ever. You know, you don't
Yeah.
really want to be valued as a hero. You just do good, and that's it. You move on. You know, and then
Yeah, and I like doing that as well.
karma comes back. Yeah, karma comes back. It will reward you.
Side
It will
quest.
reward you in different ways, but you don't need a reward from anyone else. Even me, like 2 weeks ago, I was ordering food, right? This guy wanted the food as well.
Yeah.
Now you're clutching. Yeah, this guy wanted food. He had no money, so I just paid for him. You know, it was like $5, nothing. He was like, "Oh, write your number down so I can pay you back." I was like, "Okay, whatever." Wrote my number down. He hasn't contacted me, but I'm like, "Whatever, it's cool, man." You know, like, bro, you got fed. It's alright. If you were a really good person, like if you were honest with yourself, yeah, cool. You would contact me. If
Yeah.
not, it's cool. You know, I still did something good. Of course, it bothered me that he didn't contact me, but it is what it is. It only bothered me to a point where he was the same religion as me. So I'm
I
like,
mean,
bro,
if you give
know,
something
if
to a
you're-
stranger, you should never expect anything in return. Because
Oh no, 100%. There was just one of those things where this guy's phone died. He had Apple Pay, had no cash. So I was
Oh.
like, okay, whatever. I was like, bro, you know, if you're really honest with yourself and you're really like good guy, pay me back. If not, leave it. I don't care. You know, you got fed. Here's what it is. But I guess the only thing that bothered me was he was the same religion as me, clearly, like physically, in terms of looks, you know. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, oh, if you were in the same religion as me, we should have the same values.
yeah.
But it is what
Wait,
it is,
so
you know?
he was a Muslim then?
Yeah, he was.
Oh. Or maybe he
But,
was
like-
he was broke.
I don't know, cause he had like nice clothes on, you know. So I'm just like, bro, you know, it's not that deep, if that makes sense. Like, look, your thing doesn't work, your phone is turned off. It's cool. Just pay me when you can. If not, it's what it is.
Someone just said in the chat, I'm in college, so I get drunk sometimes. And one time I helped a homeless man just because I wanted to share some love. And he basically started taking care of me while I was drunk. That's cute.
That's good, yeah.
CT.
One shot it.
Oh man. I don't know. Ever since
Two it.
the death of my
Push
cousin,
it.
the story I told you about with the cancer
Yeah.
and everything, it's just been crazy, man. Like life in general, because it's my dad's niece, you know.
Yeah.
So my dad has been there when she was a baby. With me, I don't have as much contact with her. Of course, I regret that, but at the same time, she was living her life, I was living mine. But yeah, ever
Yeah.
since that happened, it's just been crazy, man. That whole vibe and thinking about life and experiences and you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the memento mori. It's staying in touch, knowing that you will leave the earth and you will leave nothing behind, and probably everyone will not remember you in a couple of years, maybe even no, probably not in months, but in the grand scheme of things, no one's gonna remember anyone. Like, you just make the most. Like, it would be a waste to go through this life and not be positive. You know, what's the point? Like, why would you make life
No,
hard for yourself and for other people when you're gonna be gone at some point?
No, 100%. I get what you mean.
Oh, I mean, I've never had someone close to me pass away. Like, I wouldn't imagine how that would feel like. But,
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't that close to her, but I was. Like, I knew who she was. Um, we were family essentially. I never had her number. Never called her. I saw her only when I went to Iraq. That was it. But I don't know. It just
yeah, but it's still
that to
family.
happen. Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. But that to happen in such a quick manner, and especially to someone where it wasn't expected. Healthy person, everything was fine, you know?
Oh.
And I was just like, fuck, you know? I feel so bad for her dad, for for her sisters, her brothers, for my dad even as well, you know?
Yeah, but even
And
though
I'm
the
like,
passing of someone you might know very closely is a very negative thing, in a way, this will also spread more positivity in the world because this will impact all the people around your cousin, and they will know that they are not also staying alive maybe for long, you know, and they will
oh yeah,
think
yeah.
about it and will spread more positivity in her name in a way, you know, thinking like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, yeah.
like they want to do more good
You,
for the world, and in a way, it's maybe one person passing, but that might impact 100 lives in a more positive way. You know, or maybe
oh yeah,
maybe even
100%.
strangers you meet in a longer period of time. You know.
You know what, the biggest message that came with her passing was that everyone who has beef with each other, just drop it, you know? Just be good towards each other. Someone passed that clearly everyone in the family knew, so any like petty beef or any problems people have where they don't talk to each other, just leave it, you know? I mean, in families, of course, you have people that fall out, don't talk to each other, but because of this passing, a lot of people just came together, which was a very good thing.
Yep.
But of course, that only happens when someone passes. The big question is, will it carry on, you know?
I mean, most
Because
likely
yeah,
to.
I mean, yeah, but you don't know. That's the thing. Then you don't know the person. You don't know their genuine interest or not, you know? People don't squash beef just over something big happening, you know? Some people may have reserved feelings or perspectives, and
Yeah, but everything
that's how it
everything
goes.
fades with time. I'd say. Even
You know,
maybe after.
I would love to believe that, yeah? But in terms of my family and everything that's happened, it definitely doesn't.
I mean, some people, of course, you know, they have a personality, and the personality never changes. But I mean, just things
Yeah.
that happen in relation to each other, or maybe something that happened in the past, where did something, or someone did something bad to someone else. If you give it a long enough time, it will sort of heal. I mean, it doesn't say that it won't happen again in the future, but just for that specific moment, you won't have that bad feelings associated towards it because it's been so long ago. You know, your brain kind of overrides it in a way like a hard drive. Same for
The
like
thing is, yeah,
breakups.
I'll give you like a personal example, right? Because my dad, he's a member of his family, the brothers and sisters, and there's 10 of them in total. My dad being the oldest. So ever since, of course, his father passed away, my granddad, my dad was the second in line in terms of being the oldest, responsible, yada yada yada. But the thing is, a lot of his family members have beef with him because he went to Europe, essentially got a better life, and he can't help them financially, right?
Right.
So a lot of his family members don't talk to him. There was this uncle who hasn't talked to him in over 10 years. He came to the passing, the funeral. He came, my dad put his hand out to shake his hand, just walked straight from him. So essentially, something that my dad was helping him, you know, because no one expects money. My dad is not supposed to help him with money or any financial needs, but he did it because he's a good brother. But because he stopped doing that and focused on his family, his brother essentially doesn't want to talk to him. And you see how disrespectful that is, but time doesn't help that. It's been 10 years, and yet he still doesn't want to shake his hand. You get what I mean? And
Right.
like you said, it has to do with the person, not with time.
Yeah.
Because imagine going to a funeral where you both know the person, you're both upset, you see each other in maybe, I don't know, the first time in 2 years. My dad puts his hand out to shake your hand, to say hello to you, to see how your family are doing, and you just walk straight past him like he's no one. You know, that to me is fucked up. You know.
Yeah, but it tells me
And-
that the person that would walk away just has issues himself. And that's most of
Oh
the
yeah,
time when people
definitely.
are negative about, you know, certain things, that's sort of more a reflection of how their inner state is feeling. Right?
But imagine that, and plus 5 people, because not only him that has beef, a lot of other people, and all of it has to do with the same exact situation, which is my dad went to Europe, he got off a country which is very, very poor. He helped his family members for multiple years, and he told his family he can't help anymore because he has to focus on his own family. They took it in a very negative way, and they stopped talking to him. Five out of 10 family members. 2 of them passed away. So, you know,
So,
it's
but
fucked up.
so it's about money.
Yeah, essentially. But it's not like my dad has money to help everyone, if that makes sense. He has to focus on his own family, and he helped his siblings with as much as possible. He's not responsible for 9 other family members and their financial needs.
Yeah, true. And
Neither is anyone. But yet, that's the mindset that they have in a third world country, you know? When you have a little bit of success, you're supposed to share it. And if you don't share it, essentially you see us as below you. You know, that's how they
Yeah.
think. Which is really fucked up. That's one of the most horrible way of thinking. And I feel so sad for my dad, you know? Because he does not deserve that. Especially after you help those people.
Yeah, you know, if
But
people
it is what it is,
expect
man.
something for no reason other than they're just family, that's
Like the
just
beers.
cheap. That's just on them.
Oh yeah, but I understand why they think that, because if you have a family member who had a really good opportunity, you're gonna feel entitled. You know,
Yeah.
I understand why they might think that, but it's a horrible way of thinking.
Yeah, I
But at
mean,
the same
if they
time, I
if they
understand.
maybe had something to do with his like personal process or
Nothing,
being in his
completely
youth,
nothing,
but
nothing.
Oh.
Just family. That's the only way you're related to each other. If it wasn't for family, my dad would never give them money. It's that simple. But because
Yeah.
they're family, he does.
oh, that's just crazy.
I don't know, it's fucked up, but you know what it is, man. Like, it's something that I can't control. I can't change a person, but yeah, it's whatever.
Another good question
guy
in
in the
chat.
chat-
Don't you ever think back
Yeah.
on the decisions you made as a child regarding your parents and just want to knock yourself up for being so ignorant?
100%, all the time, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because as a child, you don't know any better.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
now,
That's,
the fact that you think about
yeah.
that means you've grown as a person. Which is a good thing.
that's exactly the question that the guy had in chat. As a child, when you're a child, you don't think, oh, how can I help my daddy or my mom? Maybe with shopping. No, you're just naive, you know.
Oh,
You just wanna, you know, play games all day and not help your family. And you know, I know for a fact it happened to you in New York. I know for a fact it happened to me. Anyone in
Ah,
chat,
Matt.
same thing. Yeah, I remember lots of times my mom was like, "Hey, you wanna go shopping with me?" and help me carry the stuff. I just said no and continued playing on my PlayStation 3.
oh.
Of course, now I look back and I'm like, what a shithead. I should beat the fuck out of that young kid.
Yeah, but at
But
the
you
same
know-
time, like, let's say I was always
Yeah.
helping my parents and I was always doing whatever and whatnot. Maybe I wouldn't even do YouTube, you know? That's also the thing. Because if, like, I don't know where my life would have been if I wasn't doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with you. But you know what? It's good because if you have the opportunity now to be better with your family, you do that. Right now, I help my
Yeah,
dad,
exactly.
my mom with everything. I'm like, Mom, you need to go shopping? No, stay at home. I'll do it for you. But some people don't get the opportunity, and that's really fucked up. That's where regret comes in.
Because I remember
You
moving
either-
out for the
yeah.
first time when I was about 19. My dad wanted me to pay rent for staying in the house. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. Because I wasn't vibing there in the first place.
35
And I moved out. And for the first 3 months, like, I barely visited my parents. And I guess it made me also feel bad in a way. And I've just realized that I got older, like, it's important you also spend time with your family even after you move out. Because at some
Oh
point,
yeah, yeah.
they will also be gone. And then you're going to regret it even more.
Mm-hmm.
So now I see them pretty much every week and I talk to them. And it's great. And also with my brother, you know, I have a brother. I don't know if you know that. But I
Yeah, I
have
didn't know that.
yeah, no, okay, but I have a brother. He's 26 now. And he's a completely different person than me, right? So to give it broadly, I'm more of a walk and talk, and he's more like a sit and drink. He just I don't know, it's different, you know. He just likes to get super drunk, he likes to smoke cigarettes, and I'm just not about that stuff, you know. I'm more like just make sure everyone feels okay, you know. And I never really vibed with my brother, but like the older I get, the more I realize, you know, he's the only brother I really have, you know. I don't have a lot of family that I see. It's mainly just my parents and my brother, you know. That's about it.
Yeah.
Besides that, I maybe see the rest of my family once a year at like a birthday. And the older I get, the more I like kind of understand his way of thinking, and just sort of adjust myself to that, so I can still like sort of bond with him in a way.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean, because I have a brother who's 43 years old, smokes all the time, has zero interest to me, and as a kid I hated him really a lot because he was damaging my family rather than helping them. But I get what you mean, and I try to adjust myself to you know, talk to him and make interest. But if the other person doesn't give effort, then it's really fucking hard. And unfortunately, that's the situation I'm in with my brother.
Yeah, but it's also, you know, he's a lot older, so it's like a kind of a different vibe in general. So
I know, but imagine this. Yeah, I'll just give you an example. He comes into my house, goes on his phone, smokes a cigarette, and then when the time comes, he leaves the house with his kids. That's it. And imagine me trying to communicate with him. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? How's your job? How's family? How are your kids? This and that, you know? And nothing is working because the other person is not putting effort in. Maybe they have a
maybe
completely
he's just
different
there
mindset.
for his kids to like do some talk, and maybe he didn't want it to be there. That's also a possibility.
Oh yeah, 100%. Even many times when I go to his house, exactly the same, you know? But
Oh.
I don't know. To me, I look at that and I'm like, that's not a brother. And I have so many online friends who I consider a brother, more of a brother than him. But like you said, the reality is he's my only brother.
Yeah. And at some point, you're gonna be like, I don't know, on your deathbed, thinking about the time where you felt negative about your brother, but you realized that it doesn't even matter. Like, if you would be 80 and you could go back in time and spend that time with your brother, you would be insanely happy to have the possibility. But if you're in the time yourself, you don't really appreciate it as much, you know? That's sort of how people
I
gotta
definitely
think.
understand what you mean. And the good thing is that with skins and everything, all the profit I made, I definitely gave him money, and I guess that little moment of him being happy with financial gain, that made me happy, you know? Knowing that I helped him as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean,
with
him,
the financial
happy,
need.
right?
Oh yeah, it made him happy, smiling, shook my hand, and to me that was more than enough. I felt so happy, you know?
Yeah. That's important.
So I definitely did my part, if that makes sense. You feel?
Yeah, and he
No,
did his
'cause,
part, finally not being negative, I guess.
Yeah, no, yeah,
So that's
no,
like,
it's what
it works.
Yeah. But then everything just came back to the old way of him being on his phone, blah blah blah, and it is what it is, you know. I helped him, he took the money, thanked me. That's all I needed, you know. Not approval, but
Oh.
appreciation. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. This should be called the podcast with New York.
I mean, I could just take the entire stream and just upload that on the second channel and put like 1 hour in. I just put like an ad on it and just say podcast and then key drop. Yeah. No, but I always talked a bit mad about like doing a podcast and even just doing it by myself, just surfing, talking about stuff. But I mean, this is also nice because now I can just play CS. I play with viewers, but we're also talking about life, you know. And I feel like people could definitely learn a lesson from this conversation about maybe that they don't
no 100%
think their family cares as much, or maybe they don't like their mom or dad, and maybe they'll start thinking different about it. They'll be like, oh yeah, you're
or
right,
maybe
you know?
they have
CTO.
problems with their families. They react really negatively when all that can just be stopped. You know, it can be settled down less. No, I get what you mean. I even want to make a new podcast, just me talking about skin life, and everything that comes with it. You know, because people only see skins. They don't see the part where people negotiate, staying up late, talking to people, trying to help people not get scammed. There's so many shit that comes with it, good and bad.
Yeah.
But I would love to do a podcast like that. I just never had the opportunity to. Do it.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta get a simple start for something, and like this would be like a start for a podcast, because not often you're gonna be in a situation where you put your mindset like, okay, look, we're gonna do this podcast, we're gonna do this, we're gonna sit, this is the topics we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
And it just kind of flows, and then you're like, you've kind of made that neuron pathway in your brain where you're like, oh yeah, this could totally be a thing, you know. And I guess me uploading this on the second channel, if I guess you'd be okay with that.
Oh, permission granted, no problem.
Okay, and then seeing how people would react to it.
React
you
to
know?
it. Mm-hmm.
Maybe they like watching it, maybe they like listening to it.
Yeah, maybe they like the perspective of me as well, because our perspective is completely different. I grew up in Europe, you were born in Europe as
CTO.
well. I have family from Middle East, different experiences, different way that my parents grew up, that I grew up, similar to you, you know? Everything is different.
Yep. And that's also the I don't know if you saw it, but like the first podcast Andrew Tate did out of jail with I don't know what his name was, Patrick something PBS. I don't know what this guy's name was, but he did a 5-hour podcast. And it's kind of funny because they had a Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim at the same table, and they talked about pretty much every topic, and it was just a very good conversation. It was like, you know, everything explained, from like positivity, life, religion, jail, the system, pretty much like, I guess the same topics as here, you know, also talking about brotherhood, and just really inspiring. It's dope. But the thing is, that podcast was also 5.5 hours.
Now, you know, that podcast would be so interesting. It would be amazing. But I get what you mean. Having different people and different perspective it's amazing. I mean, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I'd say you gotta watch that podcast, bro. It's like really deep. It's also very long, so like I've been watching it now over the course of a week, but it's actually insane.
Definitely link it sometime when you get the chance. Because I 100% check it out.
I think it also got like a ton of views. Wait, let me check. Andrew Tate's interview. What's that? Exclusive interview. It was four days ago.
Oh, nice.
And
Just
10
new,
million
fresh.
views in 4
Damn.
days.
That is insane.
Holy shit, that's actually insane, yeah.
The only biggest amount of views I saw was Mr. Beast whenever he uploads something. brand new.
Yeah. But I guess Mr. Beast also, he dubs it in every language, and there's a lot of beggars and stuff, so it's not 100% real.
Nothing one.
But you know what? He's like every single time every year he's just improving in terms of content,
Short.
everything. It's actually insane how consistent he is.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that a person like that exists, and he's not even that old yet. He's like, what, 23 or
Oh,
something?
yeah,
24?
He's so consistent. It's incredibly insane how consistent and fresh he is.
That's kind of crazy.
It really is. It's absolutely incredible.
But he also was doing it from like, what, the age of 11 or something? Just grinding out YouTube every single day.
Oh yeah. I remember when he did like counting to 1,000, 10,000,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's sick. Okay, wait, let me send you this one. But the fucked up thing is now, like, I don't know, I of course can't say if it's true or not, but the thing is that Andrew Tate was getting accused of human trafficking and him being stuck, and there was actually no charge whatsoever. Makes me actually kind of think, like, maybe it is true, maybe he wasn't human trafficking, but he's just being fucked up because the people that run the world, pretty much money-wise, don't want him to inspire young men to be the best version of themselves. Because if that happens, that means they will most likely be making less money, and people will maybe
cigarette companies, pharmacies. Nah, go here, man. And hopefully you don't get banned on Twitch. Speaking about this, I'm not sure how.
Yeah, because it's like,
think
if
that-
people, like, for now, I feel like the world is like, oh, making it okay for people to be weak, and then saying like, oh, it's completely fine, you know, just sit inside all day,
Yeah,
get fat.
do you know why? Because there's lots of companies that farm on that, you know?
Yeah, of course they
Pharmacies,
profit off
doctors,
that, and
yeah.
also it makes it impossible for people to riot, because it's gonna be a bunch of weak men. Imagine millions of fucking ripped ass guys with like fucking swords and armor. That's intimidating. 1 million fat guys came out of the basement. You know, that's not gonna really break a sweat if they really cared about that. It's like, just like back in the old days, you know, if men really truly cared about not getting fucked over, they would stand up for it and they would riot.
You know, it'd be even incredible. You have like 100 viewers in the stream. Well, if everyone just 100 viewers all came to the gym, all helped each other. You know, just
yeah. Imagine putting like all the people watching right now, put them in the same gym, and just like make it like a fucking pact, bro. That would be sick.
and bro, and it won't be awkward. Everyone would have a good time. Everyone would help each other. There would no one be laughing at each other or putting each other down. Everyone would be there for each other, you know, the best way. Yeah, straight up brotherhood.
Yeah, and that's sick. And then imagine also that there's hundreds of thousands of people watching me on YouTube. Imagine 400,000 men getting in shape, being the best version of themselves, spreading positivity. How much good that would do for the world. Now imagine Andrew Tate. You know, for me, being able to inspire, let's say, maybe even 10% of my viewer base. That would be insane. Andrew Tate is doing it on legit a global scale, inspiring pretty much everyone. Like, every country has heard of him. And I can't imagine the amount of people that he's just inspired to go to the gym and all these things, you know? It's crazy.
You know, it'd be amazing as well. I'd love to see even like Andrew Tate or even any YouTuber. I love those TikToks where people are like, hey, let's everyone put $1 into this GoFundMe and let's just help someone out, you know? Wherever we see, let's just help them out. Then, because there's such a large audience of people willing to help, no one gets financially affected in a deep way. Everyone just helps each other out and good comes to it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing like my YouTube shorts. I guess maybe that's also subconsciously making myself positive is just looking at positive shorts where people just like spread positivity in the way. Like, for example, I just saw a short the other day. I guess it was almost like kind of intrusive where it was a guy like just he was walking through the street and every time he would see a couple and it would be not the guy wouldn't be holding his arm around her or holding hands. He would just like sort of lift the arm up and do it around her shoulder.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and then it's like they don't even acknowledge it. They just go with it, and it's like such a cool thing to do because you're pretty much just spreading and like the partner appreciates it. It's like, oh, he's holding me, you know, and it's just stuff like that.
It's such a positive reaction. I know what you mean. It's like never negative. It's
I love
something
seeing that, and also
positive.
just like guys helping out people that maybe had it tough, you know, or just like asking for favors from someone who clearly is down bad, and he grants him the favor, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna reward you for that.
And that's the part of the internet I love, because people upload that, it gets tons of millions of views, but it inspires people to do the same. It inspires their friends to be like, hey, let's do the same, you know? Cool, we might not have the global aspect of financial gain, but we can do it on a good level. Even buying food and just giving it out, you know?
Exactly.
I get what you mean. It's such a cool thing, and I really fucking love that. I feel like the internet definitely got a lot more positive in a way.
Yeah.
And a lot more conscious of things around them, not just environment, people as well, and what's happening, and yeah.
I mean, that's something I would totally do. Like, I always watch, you know, specific YouTubers or TikTokers or whatever do stuff that is really cool to me. But like up until recently, it has never occurred to me that I could just do the same. You know, what's stopping me from making amazing content where I help people or I spread positivity? Like, I know how to edit, like I know how to present, and I have a camera. Like, I could totally start doing that, and I totally see myself doing that. You know, it's just the money thing for me, because it's like, maybe I'm, I guess, just also afraid of taking a risk, but it's like, to quit CSGO YouTube. I've done it once, you know, in 2021. I quit CSGO YouTube for like 60 days to go pro in CSGO, which for me, even though it was like fun, it was not a smart decision, because financially, I was just losing money. Right, so I went back to that. But as now, like, if I was to completely change what I would do in life and as in content, it'd be a risk for me, because for example, I could just lose all my viewers. You know, people would maybe forget about me, because that's just YouTube. People forget about you if you don't upload.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, I wouldn't have a consistent stream of income. Just kind of the thing for me now is that like that's why I'm selling out so much, is that I want to build up sort of a buffer and then take that leap, you know, where I'll probably be losing money, but I'll be a bit more comfortable doing that because I know I saved up a bit of a buffer that I could like live for a year straight, you know. I figure out what the fuck I want to do.
I guess that's the two biggest risks ever: the financial aspect and the actual taking the risk, you know. And I understand completely your plan, and there's nothing but respect to it. You're doing everything you can to put yourself in a position where you can do better, you know. And I hope it does work out for you as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the thing is, I really don't know yet what I'm gonna be doing, but like the inspiring people part is like really what sort of triggers me to do, you know. I mean,
but doesn't that get you somewhat excited, knowing that you don't know what you want to do, but there's so many opportunities out there, and there's one main objective, which is inspiring people. Yeah,
and that's also the reason now that I'm like sort of expanding my friends in a way. Like I've always had the same friends for years and years on end. You know, I've known my friends for like 10 years straight. I've never really met new people per se, but I feel like that's also very important in life. Like
having a consistent friend group. No, I get what you mean.
No, not per se having a consistent friend group, but just like going out there and meeting new people. Because up until recently, I never thought about that idea, but it makes perfect sense to do that because people will come into your life and they will teach you about something, and that will maybe influence a choice you'd make, and you know, it could help you in a way. But if you never open yourself to that, you'll never experience it.
I think for me, the way I said it, I kind of is different because if I do skins, I meet so many people.
Hey guys, it's just a podcast. I'm not really reading a chat.
More about like life in general rather than skins. The skins part is easy. 5 minutes, we discuss prices, deal's done. Most of the time, I'm like, hey, what are you gonna do with the money? What do you plan with it? And they tell me cool stories, and I love to network like that, you know. I still make the deal, yeah, everything's cool, but I love to know different kinds of people, what they use the money for, what's happening in their life, and...
Then you probably also saw Nate's video about that?
No.
I asked 10 skin traders what they do for a living.
Oh, yeah. I watched the whole video.
Yeah, that was also like a really cool video.
I wish you asked me.
I mean, he could have asked you, I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah. No, I saw that video, it was really cool. I think 8 or 9 of them in the video were friends of mine, and we speak for years and years, and it was cool to get a bigger impact, or a bigger value of what
the stories are like, yeah, my dad owns a casino and a hotel, or my dad does this, and like...
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
No, it's definitely amazing, and those people have been around for years, and they're cool people. Everyone has their own like life and way they came in. And it would definitely be nice to also put my own perspective into it, you know?
Yeah, maybe you gotta hit Nate King up for that.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. I always love when people come to me. Maybe it's somewhat of an ego thing. But I also love if people just see, you know, my experience, where I come from, this and that. And they're like, hey, let's do this, you know? No problem. Even I had some guy, he DM'd me, he was like, hey, I want to interview you. And he has like a fresh channel, 15 subs. I just said straight away, yeah, no problem. I'm fine with that, you know.
Also, like people never really get the story behind it, you know.
Oh yeah, and there's no like limit. I don't care if he has 10 or 10 million subs. It's wonderful that he asked me, and I'm so, how do you say? I'll be so thankful that I'll be helping him out as well in a way.
Yeah, I mean, same, you know, when people like DM me on, like, of course I read all my Instagram DMs when people send me. I just feel like it's nice that people have a way to contact me and talk about something that they want to talk about. And I also get DMs from like people that are in school and they're like, yo man, I'm doing this study about esports or about YouTubers, can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know. It's like, you know, they don't even have followers or anything, they're just doing it for school. But the fact is nobody really asks, you know, and they can just ask me and I'll just like answer. And I think it's cool to do that people also get to know me while I'm also helping someone else. You know, because my story really isn't out there that much. If people were like, who is NeoXCS? They just think like, oh, this guy smokes weed and he's from Netherlands.
Yeah, just streamer who...
Yeah, you know, but just that's also like the, I guess, the identity crisis that Matt had, where it's just like, people watch me from MattCS, but they don't even know who I am. You know, and he started going like, well, not per se midlife crisis, but he started getting like, sort of like this crisis where he just started making videos like, feeling stuck in life and this and that, and I guess he also went through the same process that maybe I'm going through right now, maybe a bit earlier, where he also knew like, okay, this isn't the end goal, or this isn't that, and blah blah blah, and he started doing different projects. But the funny thing is, now that he's actually doing different projects and he's making money off of that, he still went back to making CSGO content, because like he started doing that. The reason for it is that he started doing that in the first place, doesn't he enjoys doing it, you know? But because the money came in and he had to worry about that, it just like changed his
It gave it
perspective.
different level of responsibility. Yeah. It gave him responsibility, different tasks. I get what you mean.
Yeah, and then you might have the wrong motive, you know? At some point he also started doing
Oh, yeah,
gambling
yeah.
content. But now that he actually has a steady income, passively in a way, he's like full on grinding YouTube. He's grinding music, he's grinding everything. And that's such a cool position to be in. Like, that's the position I want to be in. That money isn't a factor, you know? Then you can really start doing things for like everything. Like, you can really put yourself out there.
The only bad part with skins is that it doesn't work like that. I kind of have to keep making money. I have to keep buying crazy skins, so people can look at me and say, hey, that's a skin trader. You know?
Yeah.
He must be legit. He did this many deals, but honest to God, like behind all the skins and all the deals and all the money, I'm just a normal guy who went through a lot of stuff, have a lot of experience. I just finished uni, got married. I kind of want to focus on life, and very soon I want to quit trading in general completely. I stopped caring about the money part. I've made enough money. I just want to enjoy life, experience, want to go out, maybe see you in Holland, see a lot of my friends. There's a lot of people I haven't seen yet that I plan to. And just enjoy life, man. I swear to God, I just want to enjoy it.
Feel like you do need some goal in life?
Like, I feel like my goal would be bigger, if that makes sense. Or it'll be a new goal. It wouldn't be do skins anymore. 'Cause skins could completely change. It could be even open up a business, do this and do that. Or even having a job that's related to my degree, you know?
Right, and what is your degree?
Business technology, just how to incorporate business into technology, kind of like a data business analyst. Basically numbers. That's what I love. I love looking at numbers all day, you know? But yeah, right now I have a job that's really cool, it's remote, but I really want to quit this trading thing where I'm really burnt out and I just want to enjoy life. Right now I bought skins, right? But this is my final time, probably. This is like my last big thing before I stop and focus all my energy into my wife and making a family and getting a house. You know what I mean? But at the same time, go outside, go different countries, enjoy myself, do different things, and just be happier.
Yeah, I want to do that too, and it's just always in the back of my mind. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe it's just the anxiety of quitting YouTube. It's like, what are you gonna do when the money runs out? Right? There's a chance that, for example, I do all the stuff and I go on holidays and whatnot, and at some point I am broke, and then I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? And then I just work a fucking regular ass job, you know, just like all my other friends.
I definitely would do that vlogging channel, like you said, and just the people that care about you as a person, and then that's where the content will come from, you know? You vlogging or doing stuff about your life, and the people that really care, they'll make that work, you know?
Yeah, true.
But that's definitely the biggest step for you. Unfortunately for me it's different, but I think for you that's honestly your best decision and option there is. Of course there could be many more, but to me it seems the most logical.
But it's also the thing about stoicism, for example. I don't know if you've ever read about the philosophy of it, but it's that you should be thinking what is enough, and you should be content with what you feel like is enough. Because if you put value on material things, you'll always be looking for the next best thing. You'll never truly be happy. So true happiness should come from within, and you should do that by building your own character. So it wouldn't matter if, for example, you'd be rich or you'd be broke. You'd always be the character that you are.
Yeah.
You know, and that's...
But that also comes with personal experience and just life and anything that happens, and even growing up, you know? Because, yeah, I'm 23, you're 24, but yeah, you're still growing up. You're not, like, stopping growing up, you know? You're always going to change. Always going to be,
I would say that
better.
for, like, the last 2 years before I started on, like, this sort of improvement journey, that I was stuck, where I was just smoking every day, not doing anything new, just being comfortable,
You fucking.
And I didn't really go as a person. I guess I would say I regret that a bit, because I always knew that I could have done that, but I never did it sooner. You know?
Yeah, you kind of had potential.
Yeah,
you didn't
and it's
capitalize.
just, this is phenomenal. Like, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a paradox where if you feel comfortable enough, even though if it's bad for you, you won't get out because you're just comfortable enough. When you could also say, I get out of the situation completely, and that will propel me forward way more. But it's like the comfortableness paradox. So for me, I was thinking like, okay, I need to better my life. I need to stop smoking weed. I need to get in shape. I need to do this. And I stuck in the same place. I was stuck for like years. And finally, after the breakup, I realized like, okay, now this is the time to do it. You know, and now that I've finally done it, I was like, damn, why didn't I do this earlier? I could be like 22 with the same mindset, you know?
I
Yeah.
guess it's just taking that leap into actually changing, and maybe something big had to happen for you to do that, like that breakup. I'm gonna be real with you. If it wasn't for the breakup, maybe you would have never started this journey. Same with me. If I never got married, because I swear to God, bro, before I got married, I didn't want to go uni. I finished college, and that was it. I didn't want to do anything. I was completely stuck in life. Didn't want to do shit. My wife told me, hey, just go to uni. See what happens. Grind it out. Maybe you get something out of it. Maybe you don't. Just grind it. Have something that you're doing instead of wasting your life doing nothing. So I did go to uni. I finished it. But the experience is a lot better than the actual degree, you know? Meeting the people, improving myself.
Yeah, you know, it teaches you some character as well. Being disciplined to study and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I'm definitely grateful that she helped
But
me with my decision.
would you say you were
you know?
always disciplined in life?
Yes and no. I was only disciplined if it only favored me. Does that make sense? Because you could be disciplined, but what you achieve from it could not be great.
Yeah, no,
know?
I mean, just disciplined as in knowing, like, okay, let's say you have a sleeping schedule and you're with your friends and then it's like a fun party. You can just say to yourself, I'm going home. I need to sleep. It's my sleeping schedule. Something like that. Or just like being on a diet or
I'm
anything.
disciplined in some things, but not a lot of things. If that makes sense. With like sleep, for example, I'm not disciplined in sleep. I get distracted by my phone, you know. But
yeah, but just like
I'm
maybe
definitely conscious of
procrastinating.
that. Yeah, I'm definitely a person who procrastinates a lot. But I guess it just really depends, because with skins, I wasn't. I was very disciplined because I was focused on profit only. You know, I
Right.
came in to CS wanting money, and I left. Yes, I left with money. I could have left with a lot more. I left with a lot of good experiences, a lot of good friends that I consider my good friends, or my great friends. I guess it just really depends on the situation. If we're talking like sleep and something, I guess basic, yeah, I'm not disciplined when it comes to sleep. Once it comes to personal gain, just financial for me, yeah, you know.
I mean, same to be honest. I mean, if I wasn't making money, I would have quit CS:GO like probably 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Same with me. If it wasn't for the money and skins, I would have never touched CS:GO in my life.
Oh,
I'm happy that I
your
did.
friends never played it.
No, I didn't have friends who did CS:GO and stuff. They were legit,
Oh,
how do you say, normal people that just went through life. Go get a job, go get some experiences,
yeah,
go
but you
to
know,
uni.
they never played video games.
No, really. I mean, PlayStation,
Oh, no.
FIFA, where they buy the
but
same
FIFA,
game
FIFA
every
is like
year.
the most mainstream thing. Yeah, that's like
No, I know. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used
yeah.
to be one of those persons. I used to be 12, 13 years old, buying FIFA
fast,
15,
eh?
and then one day I just stopped. I just said, "This isn't me, bro. I swear to God." And I just, I went on Steam, met a few people, started skins, and this is where I came, bro.
I mean, the reason I started doing CS:GO was because my friend told me to buy it. I never thought about buying it. I just played DayZ. He was like, "Yeah, you gotta try CS:GO, man. I think you'll be good at it because you always snipe people on DayZ." And I was like, actually really good at the game. Like I think it was around 600 hours that I was already global. And it was because I was so good, so fast in the game that when I was still hanging out with friends that, for example, were friends with Matt, I didn't even know Matt, right? I didn't even know he lived in the same city. I'd never watched his YouTube videos, and I was just hanging out with my friends, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're pretty good at the game, bro. You should play with this guy. He's a YouTuber." I was like, "Sure, okay, I'll play some games with him." So we played the games with 3 of us, And Matt was like, damn, this guy's like carrying the fuck out of me. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. You know, he barely played the game. And then just like that, I mean, my friends switched over to another game. You know, they played not that much CSGO anymore. And, you know, same for me. I was just like not really that much into CSGO anymore. I was just doing a regular job. And then Matt was like, yo, why don't you just do CSGO? Like, I can trust you. You can make money out of this. I know you only really work to get some money. So I was like, you know what? Never hurts to try. And, you know, crazy how life just went like that. But if it wasn't for the money, then hell no, I wouldn't be playing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it's such.
I see some guy in chat as well saying, Drepz, I'd love to be interested in how you go into skin trading. I'll give you the short version, but there's like a huge backstory that is there. Unfortunately, I was gambling at a very young age, lost my money. And then I was like, you know what, why not try trading? Why not actually try to be disciplined, to make money, focus on money, and just work my way up? And I started doing that. I put $10, asked my mom for $10. She gave me the $10. I went to OP Skins, old school site. I bought 4 CSGO keys, and I swear to God, just from those 4 keys, started trading up, 20-cent profit deals, 50 cent. It took me 1 year to get $1,000. It took me 2 years to get 10,000, and it just kept staggering on. The more money you had, the easier it was, but I grinded a lot. Too much. But, you know, the experience was amazing. Networking with great people was amazing. The profit was amazing as well, of course. But right now, I'm so burned out. I've done this shit for what, 9 years? And,
I think you're probably like, I think we're pretty close in the same situation for as life goes. We both made some money.
Yeah.
Both really want to do something else. It's like, what do you want to do? Like, probably
you know
also meet online friends.
You know what's funny as well? Whenever I tell myself I'm done with this, I always get dragged back into it. You know what I mean? No, I swear to God, I'm being real with you. Because every time I'm like, okay, I'm done, I cashed out, someone DMs me, hey, I have a deal for you. You're going to make $500 profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
It's
just
the
fine. You know,
financial
you
aspect.
just do it, and then you could just do that, where people just send you a DM and you just do a trade and boom.
But here's the thing, it's constantly. It's all the time. Every single day there's a new deal. And even when I don't want to spend money, like I don't want to take money from my personal investment, I do take money out of my personal investment. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
It's a big thing of missing out or not. And if I miss out, if I don't miss out, I build reputation, I build people. Even I had 2 pro players contact me who wanted to sell me skins. But the thing is, if I never bought skins in this period, they would have never contacted me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because they would never have contacted me if I took a break. They only contacted me because they saw I was buying skins again and my name started building up hype again. And you get what I mean? And if I just quit completely, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about the deal coming to me or this and this happening. I just enjoy life. But because I was still in CSGO, but I just took a small break, I always had people contact me and sometimes I would miss out on deals, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where unless I fully quit, I'm never ever gonna quit. You know, unless I fully delete Steam and uninstall.
I think it's definitely easier if you're like skin trading to get back into it real quick. I mean, for me, it's different, right? 'Cause maybe the only thing that I can really get back into fast is like streaming. But for like YouTube, you have to sit down, get an idea, record it, edit it, blah blah blah. It's not like you just log in and do it's done, you know. Like I'm kind of jealous of people that can just, for example, an editor, right? He could just get a laptop, he'd go anywhere, he can just edit it. The content's already there. Like you don't have to rely on a microphone or the webcam or the setup or how good you play. It's like the only thing that I'm really missing is being able to do that. Because if it wasn't for that, let's say like I only record podcasts or something, I could just always bring a good microphone, record that. I go everywhere in the world, and I would have been in so many more places. Like I could write everything off as a business expense, right? I'm recording here and this and that.
And you know what? And that's why I said even making a podcast would be wonderful, because not only do you get outside the house, you also have a lot different and new experiences. Yeah, it's a lot different
Oh.
than me and you, of you making content and me just hopping back into skins.
You know, I
And-
might just make like a podcast where it's sort of like a Joe Rogan podcast, but I just invite people in the CSGO scene. I feel like that would be easily.
You know, that's the
Done.
same idea I had. I wanted to do a podcast where I invite traders or people in the CSGO, stuff to do with CSGO, but then move outside of that, you know? And
Oh,
invite not influencers in a sense, but people that heard of CSGO, heard of skins, but are in a different community or a different idea. And just kind of, I wanted to really develop into the lore of CSGO skins, you know?
yeah. I mean, like that's super sick. Like, I'd probably do the same thing though. You just invite people, talk about CS:GO, if like catches some steam. Maybe who knows what? You'll invite a guy who completely plays a different game, Valorant, and you just like start branching out in different genres, YouTubers, and get some insight, spread some, you know, perspectives. Like, that would be a really cool thing to do.
100%.
But it's like, with all my friends, it's been like years and years and years that every single time we would say, we got to start a podcast. Like, you know, it comes up like at least once a month when we say, we got to start a podcast. But it's kind of true. We got to start a podcast. Like, for real, I got to start doing that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Get something different for like my ambition.
Oh, 100%.
And someone also said, can't you grind gameplay for a month at your current setup, travel for a month or two while editing and uploading the footage you have?
I mean, but then you have to grind. You just have to, but then you have to work basically.
Yeah, but that's pretty
twice
much
as hard.
already what I do, right? Because if I want to go on a
Yeah.
holiday for, let's say, 2 weeks, right, with my friends, I would have to make content for 2 weeks. And that's like, you know, coming up with a really good idea or just like grinding it out and also having to edit that. It's like a lot of hard work for just those 2 weeks. And yeah, I mean, I could record a bunch of content in like a week. It's like in a week, I'd say I could probably record for maybe, I don't know, a month of videos, you know? But I probably want an editor for that. But that's also the hard thing, because it's with YouTube, an editor really makes a video. So if you have an editor who isn't, you know, who doesn't have the same vision as you, then it's really fucked. Like, for example, I now have an editor who edits, for example, my last video, or my second to last video. He's like the editor that I would want, like someone who really gets the pacing, the vision, the perfection. And I've tried so many editors, but no one really gets the same thing. I don't know what it is.
No, I get what you mean, and it's hard because let's say the editor does something that you don't like, but you want to show him. Let's say you're on a holiday. How the fuck are you gonna show him what you want? You know?
I mean, you could type it out, I guess.
No, but like visually. Let's say you have an idea visually, or you say, "Oh, do this, but do it in a different way." It's very hard to communicate when you're on holiday. When you try to relax and, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but then also you're going on a holiday and you're working. You know, I would want to go on a holiday just to like relax and learn some culture.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
also
what I mean.
That's also the thing was I was on a holiday with Matt and a friend of mine to France, and then Matt, he said he would come, and then sometime later when the vacation was planned, he said, "No, I'd rather work. I'm not gonna go." You know, we said like, "No, you're not gonna do that, bro. We already planned the vacation. You promised you'd go," and then he went on vacation. He said, "Okay, yeah, I'll go," and he started working there, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like this. I want to sit in some air-conditioned room. I don't like sleeping in a tent. I want to work on my laptop. I want to get Wi-Fi." And it really wasn't a vibe at all. So I can't imagine going on a holiday just to like and relax and work. It just doesn't work. It's really hard to make that switch.
I know, I get what you mean. With me, right? Because I do skins, it's fucking easy. People come to me. I was on a 1 week break, right? I was just babysitting my niece and nephew. I was legit away from computer. Even though I was away from computer, I still made 10 deals. But I didn't like that, you know? Because I came and I took a break. I just wanted to chill, spend some time with my family that I don't get to spend a lot of time with. Yet I was still fucking in my room 2 a.m. Some guy was contacting me to make a deal. And I don't know, man, it's really hard. You can't just switch off like that. It's super hard,
Yeah.
you know? It takes a mental strength to really leave everything behind and just take
I mean,
a break.
I don't even like to go on Twitter, for example, when I'm on a holiday, or like social
Oh,
media
man.
at all, for that matter. Like it just sort of sucks the life out of you. Again, it's just online. It's like your consciousness
thing,
just gets
yeah.
taken. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah, it's definitely a two-way thing. It's definitely a poison and a blessing. A blessing in disguise, or assume a blessing and a curse. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a much better way to say it.
yeah. I remember the times where you could just go on a holiday and you would just bring a map. And just just with your parents, you'd be in the car,
Yeah,
you'd be driving to like fucking Italy, you'd have no navigation, just look at a map. It's like, okay, we gotta follow
Basically,
this
you
road,
explore.
we go here.
Yeah. You explore the world, basically.
Yeah, that's like really exploring the world. Even just taking a plane. Like, for example, now I want to go to Poland with Matt and a good friend of mine. And I was like, yeah, let's go for a car ride. You know, it's like 11-hour drive. We all have driver licenses. We can just go 2 hours shifts. We just drive through the fucking country, through Germany, Switzerland, whatever. He's like, no, I'd rather take the plane. It's like, but then you're just sort of like fast traveling. You don't really enjoy the journey.
You
You
know
know,
what?
you don't really explore the world.
You remind me a lot of my dad. My dad loves to take. We used to take the ferry to go from the UK to Holland. But you know how you
Yep.
take the ferry, you go to France, and then from France you drive to Holland. Even though
Yeah.
it took a lot of time, it was amazing. You drove through so many places. We would stop.
Yeah,
We
that's
would go to
nice because
different
then you
shops.
feel like you're actually moving the distance yourself. It doesn't
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
it's being done for you, you know? So like,
But
oh,
the
I
bad
woke up,
thing is
hey, I'm in
that,
Poland, hey.
The bad thing is that was years ago. He doesn't do that now. Of course, now he's retired, but that kind of connection lost. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I am being kind of hypocritical because like my girlfriend or my ex would always play Skyrim and then say like, oh, why are you fast traveling? You're really not enjoying it. But it's like, there's just like, I don't know, it's like a switch. I can't really see a video game as a holiday, you know? It's
Oh
like,
no, you
it's like
can't.
it's like different.
no.
And also it's a game. In the game you can always play, but to go on a real life journey, it's not always
Bro,
possible,
imagine
you know?
playing, yeah? Imagine playing. You think it's a holiday. You take your headset off, you're sweating, you're hungry. It's dark
Yeah.
outside. Your fucking PC is smoking, you know? Like, no, that's not a holiday, bro. You just, your consciousness is being drained off. You're just
Yeah.
really thinking. Yeah, your eyes are fucking hurting as well. Fuck
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah, it is.
No, your ex
it
was
is,
crazy.
yeah, okay. No, it is different, yeah.
One push B, one push B.
Your ex
It's
was
like,
fucking
by the
crazy,
way,
man.
for like any video game for that matter, I always just play the objective. I mean, now maybe
Nah,
my priorities have changed because I used to play Face It, and like even for me on Twitch, I used to get a lot of viewers. I would say like I had moments where I've gained like 600 viewers for like games. But it's like Face It games, you know, and I now realize that I never really played CSGO to really get good at it. Yeah, of course I tried it, I went pro for like a short time, but the reason I played CSGO is just to fuck with people. Like, of course, one-tap some people here and there, but it's just like, that's the enjoyment of it. By playing Face It that much, you started losing sort of the fun of the game, and you just started only focusing on the numbers and like getting
Yeah,
better.
you only focused on winning and getting better.
Only
You
on the
don't focus
winning.
on-
You didn't care about the people, and if someone did something bad, everyone would flame you, and it would just be so negatively
Toxic,
working towards
yeah.
a goal, you know. And I just said to myself, I can't do Face It like this. It's
I get what you mean, because I do remember a lot of I sometimes I rewatch a lot of your old content.
Yep.
You just go into games and you one tap people. You just have fun, and of course when you play Twitch, you can't do that. You can't just get a one tap, do something sick. People will just say get the kill, move on. But those kinds of content, the old ones you did, it was so fun because it was
Yeah,
just
I mean-
enjoyment. You just enjoyed it.
then it was like, I think because I started playing Face It, it was like a low level, and I was already good at the game, so I started like sort of smurfing my way through, so I could joke around, do some funny stuff. But at some point, you'll reach your elo, and then everything you play against is like, you at your best, always, you know? And then you gotta constantly perform and feel that pressure, and it's just not healthy.
You know what's insane? If people put that energy towards being the best of the best at the gym or outside or anything except
Yeah.
for Face It.
In
Because
real
I know
life,
a lot of
like, people don't realize. People think like, oh yeah, if I grind Face It every fucking day of my life for years and years and
Yeah,
years on that,
I'll
I'll go
make it
pro and
one
I'll make
day.
money.
Yeah.
The reality is 1% of people will make it pro, and then 1% of people will actually earn a lot of money that could set them up financially for the rest of their lives.
It's the same with football, you know. I wanted to be a
Yeah.
footballer when I was younger. I did everything I could. I did extra training, everything I possibly could. It didn't work out. Of course it wouldn't work out. But you know what? It's so much fun doing it. And even now I play football. I just play it to have fun.
Yeah,
I play it to win. I play to win, of course, but I don't play to be professional. I play to win and have fun.
Oh. And it's the same me now with just matchmaking. People just play matchmaking. Like, if they really wanted to try hard, they'll play Face It. Sometimes people just play matchmaking just to have some fun. You know, they could play while drunk or whatever, or just have some laughs, connect with some people. And now that I think of it, like, some of the best videos I made were just messing around with people. You know, people, of course, they could care about the one-taps and all that, but anyone could get some cool kills. Not anyone can connect with people around the world. You know, there's a difference in that. That's also with Furious, for example, is his videos, I said to him, like, it's going to be a bubble, right? You're going to blow up. People are going to see, like, oh, sick one-tap, sick kills. But there's not really a connection to the audience. Like, a lot of people didn't
they
even
just watch the content.
They just watched, like, oh, this guy is getting some cool kills and all that. But, like, so many people get so many cool frags and nobody ever looks at them. So if you never make the switch to, like, more personal content, people are not going to, you know, enjoy you.
They're not going to care
you.
about you. Yeah, they're really going to care about the next person who makes the next better content.
Yeah, you know, they just look for the next guy who has even cooler frags, and not per se the guy who is like, oh, he has wit, you know, he's fun with people, or this and that.
Or even people that watch people get one-taps and just cool kills, they'll be like, oh no, I'm going to watch this other guy because he has skins. When he gets kills, it looks flashy. No, I swear to God, people think like that.
I mean, people really just also sometimes watch YouTubers just for their skins. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. You definitely I was gonna go gym today, right? And I kind of was like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But because we've been talking...
As a man, you have a duty!
Bro, because we've been talking for so long, I feel really motivated to go to gym.
It's not about just going hard sometimes, it's going hard every day. It's like,
I hear you.
I mean, I don't even go every day. Like, even now, I had a back day, and I got those fucking most sorest muscles. So instead, I'm just, like, kind of recovering. But once that's better, I'm going back in. I'm gonna destroy them again. But you know, it's like I saw this picture somewhere. I don't know. Do I have it as a background though? Yeah. It's consistency will always beat intensity, no matter what. Just for like talent. If like the quote is, if talent doesn't work hard, working hard will beat the talent. And that's true for everything in life.
I know what you mean. Yeah, consistency.
And some days you will wake up feeling like shit. Or just, you know, sometimes you just have those moody days where you just don't feel like doing anything. For whatever reason, your body's just like, no, you know what, not today. But then still going to the gym is going to make the difference. Like between
100%.
doing, like, you know, getting the real body or just going when you feel like it, it's always going to suck, you know.
I'm so thankful I had that mindset when it came to profit and skins. Because it wasn't always about getting the skin. It was just making about money. Every day going, making money. Every day had to be a day where money was made in order to financially benefit myself in the future. And now I just need to apply that to gym, you know? Apply that to myself, to my own body. And that's it. And if that happens, bro,
you just gotta watch fucking David Goggins, you know, fucking Andrew Tate. You won't get the motivation. All you need. Like, they will speak facts to you and you're thinking like, damn, you know, why was I being such a bitch?
I gotta have one of those 3 AM sessions where I just get motivated and just do a fucking push-up intensity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always also got the like 3 AM motivation where you know you need to change something, you never really do it, so it's like 3 AM and you're like, oh, everyone's sleeping right now, I don't want to go sleep. Oh, now's the time. But if you apply that just to a regular day, like that motivation, not per se at 3 AM, but just like in the morning or in the afternoon where you just say, okay, I gotta do this, I want to get better. That's the best, honestly.
You know, that's why I love runners. They run at night because at night that's when they strive. At night that's when they're at their best.
And there's no one out, so it's like, I don't know if there's like a lot of people out there. I mean, you might get distracted or something.
Oh, 100%. There might be noise, car noises. Something might happen. There might be a shop where you're like, hey, I'm hungry. Let me just hop in. I get what you mean.
Yeah, bro, you gotta for real just watch like fucking... I don't know what it was called. Like, did you even follow like Andrew Tate content?
I do, but not all the time. I just follow those viral clips on TikTok whenever they pop up. But in terms of
it's like you see it in YouTube Shorts, but like in any podcast he does, or like any video where he's like motivating people, it's insanely motivating just to hear him talk about just that stuff. I mean, when you take clips
I
out,
d-
you don't really get the message. But if he talks everything about like in context and like explains it, it just starts making sense. You're like, damn, why did I not think
I
that way?
definitely watched clips where it was put into context, like a 5-minute story, you know, like sometimes with his dad or about playing chess and shit like that.
Bro, I watched like this one like this is pretty fucked up, right? Like I never really cry about anything. Like even when my ex broke up, I didn't cry. Like I couldn't really care that much. But I watched this Andrew Tate movie trailer, so like this fan-made trailer. It actually made me tear up. Like it was just like I don't even know what the tears were for. It was just like fucking life arc moment where you're like, this is the fucking yeah, he's right, you know, and just I don't know. You get emotional.
You know,
you gotta fucking watch this movie.
It's not cringe, don't worry, because I understand what you mean. Even me, I have so much fucking. I don't cry when something happens, but when it's about motivation or something hits me, then yeah.
Yeah, but just like brotherhood and like men standing
Yeah.
up for something. It's always super cool to see and like motivating or something, or just like being selfless as a man.
I definitely wish I did live closer to you and Matt, because it would be incredible just to link up with you guys and fucking go
That'd be
gym
the
every
craziest
day.
link
and-
up.
Bro, you know what? It would even motivate you guys even more, because there'll be a third person who
Yeah,
puts the energy in you.
like the
you know?
coolest, like I don't know, like we have like a lot of tall friends in the Netherlands, right? Like
Yeah.
I have pretty much the majority of our friends are like somewhat tall. Like I have friends who are like 195, 187, 205, you know. And the only time I really felt that energy as like man and group was when I was hanging out with Matt, his cousin, another friend of mine, and we were all like 2 meters, you know, and all go into the gym. And that's when you really feel like you can achieve something. If like strong men come together and they have a strong mindset and you just start doing shit together, you just instantly you gain like I don't know, this is like this fucking if you play like a game and you get 4 pieces of an armor set and it gives you a boost. That's how it feels like.
Oh yeah. No, I get
You
what
know-
you mean, and I definitely wish I had that with my brother, where he could just fucking hit me over the head and say, "Yo, we're going gym right now." And I'm like, "All right, let's fucking go," you know.
Yeah, I mean
no,
honestly though, you should really go gym for yourself. You shouldn't rely on other people for that.
Oh
Like,
no, I know. Yeah.
That's something I had to change because I always used to just go with Matt and then whatever Matt does, I would follow. But the strength is in just doing it for yourself, finding your own schedule and knowing that you have to put in your work yourself.
No, I definitely agree with you. I used to go gym for like a year and a half, but in that first year, I just went for me. You know, I just went because my wife went. But now I'm definitely going for myself. Even me, like right now I joined a football team, like a local team.
Yeah.
And I just want to enjoy my time, you know, whilst getting fit. Because of course playing football makes you fucking fit like crazy. But I just
Yeah.
want to play, have fun, go gym, and essentially just have joy. Have that little bit of joy I had when I was a kid.
Yep.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I feel so fucking happy. I'm training every week with my football team. We're having a tournament, a charity tournament, and I'm really just excited to work my ass off and be the best version I can when we have that tournament. Because with me, I love to win, whether it's
Yeah,
competitive
I mean,
or not. I
same.
want to win. Yeah, I want to
Everyone wants
win no matter what.
I suppose.
But I think it's different with some people. Some people don't mind if they lose, but not me. I want to win and I have to win. But it doesn't. If I lose, I'm okay with it. I can greatly appreciate if someone was better than me.
Yeah, same.
But at any point, if I have a chance to win, I want to win and I have to win, because I want to be better than the person that I'm up against. You feel me?
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
when I play football, I'm like, I have to be better than you. I have to score. I have to succeed. If I don't, okay, cool. But I still have to be the best version I can. You get what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
Or
I mean,
maybe-
I have this. It's not like when you lose, you throw the board and flip it. You know,
Oh no.
like my brother was a bit like that, where if he would lose in like chess or Monopoly, he would just flip the board and say fuck it. But
Yeah.
if I
Those people are fucked up.
if I
I'm
play
not
a
gonna lie.
game, or it probably isn't like that anymore. But if like we were like 5 or 6, I don't know how old
Oh
we were.
yeah.
But if I was to play a game and I would really try my best and I would be in a team with everyone who tried their best and everyone who was just motivating each other and we would still get beaten by someone who's better, I respect that. I'm just happy that we got the chance to try as hard as we could, you know, and maybe improve
yeah, yeah.
something for the next time. But like,
It's exactly what the guy said in chat. He was like, it's more that you're disappointed in yourself for not doing better. And you know,
Yeah.
that's complete facts. But when you're in a team and everyone is doing as best as they can, it feels amazing. It feels so incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the thing that I also hated about Face It, because I would always put in 100%. Maybe at some points I probably didn't, but like at a high level, I always wanted to win as badly as I could. You know, I would try my best. I would communicate everything. I would try not to make people upset. And so, like, people would still be depressed. You know, they would lose 2 rounds and they would say, "Oh my god, GG," and they would start throwing. I'm like,
But you know,
bro,
that's the mentality of people, and
it's
that's
just,
something you
it's
can't
just
change.
weak mind. It's
Yeah, it's
insane.
It's fucking weak mindset.
Like, putting yourself voluntarily in games with those kind of people, it just fucking eats at you. You can't constantly put yourself in, like, maybe it will make you stronger as a person to deal with that, but even so, there's people you can't change. And that's the thing I hate, being so competitive, being so nice, and then people not giving a fuck and just throwing. It's like, it just hurts me, you know, wasting all my energy for that for no reason.
I get what you mean. It's like you're picking up their slack when you don't have to.
Yeah, and sort of that's why I just quit doing that. Like, probably I could still play competitively. If I was to play competitively, it would have to be with a team that also has the same vision as me. You know, positive
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, for example, NATO Safix, like, is a good example. And, you know, I met him, and the reason I like him as a person is he's always also that positive. You know, he might be a bit down at times, but he will always try his best, and he always try and look for a solution, always try and be positive. He would never negatively say, like, "Oh, you fucked that up," or "Oh, you suck," or "GG," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to play with a team like that, I would still play Face It. You know, that would be fun. But it's kind of hard to do that. Yeah, maybe I could invite some people that have the same mindset like that, but it's not always that they could play. And
You know, the real people, like the real genuine people, is when you play with them, when you do stuff, because that's when they really show the true color. Because someone could tell you, "Yeah, I'm calm when we play," but when you play, they start to get upset or angry and lose their head a little.
one more game. That's the most fucked up thing. One more game. Oh, we can't end on a lose, guys.
I really, bro, that thing when people say that, I fucking no. At a young age, I never
Yeah.
had that mentality. It's so
Oh.
shitty.
I had that though. Like, but that was, I probably just was down bad smoking too much weed. That I just had the
Oh, what-
anxiety of that.
But wasn't that just because of content?
Not necessarily.
Because you could argue that it's just content.
I would,
Does that make
I
sense?
wouldn't value my own health above that just of playing with a friend. That was kind of the thing. I would
Yeah.
never put my health before that of others. So if
Mm-hmm.
someone said, "Oh, last game," and I didn't have to get up in the morning. You know, I had nothing. I didn't have a girlfriend. I had no job besides just doing YouTube and Twitch. So if it was like 4 a.m. and I was tired as hell and we lost the game, and someone would say, "Oh, let's play one more," it's like, why would I not do that? Like, what would I care? I could just wake up as late as I can. You know, I'm smoking joints. I don't mind. But now, I know, like, I gotta say no. And I just think if someone says that now, like, let's say at this age, someone says to you, like, "Oh, bro, you gotta play one more game, one last game." I'm just thinking, like, okay, that guy has not got his priorities straight. For real.
Oh yeah, that guy is focused on the right now instead of, you know, the perspective, the real mindset.
Yep.
You know what? Hopefully this year we'll see each other. I really do hope, because I don't want to just keep saying inshallah and straight up I want to do it, bro. The thing is, I have time right now and I have the money, so why not? You know?
I mean, same. And the
As
nice
long
thing
as our
is,
schedules are
me and
good.
Matt both live in the same city, so it's like the easiest link up of our lives.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what you do, man?
Yeah, 100%. I will text you for sure, see what your schedule is saying, and we'll go from there.
I mean, honestly, schedule-wise, I'm pretty much keeping myself always free. The only thing that I really do is that I stream about 2 to 3 hours a day, besides
Yeah.
2 days in the week, and I work at a snack bar place on Friday. That's about it.
I think
I'm,
it's
like,
more
pretty
to
much
do
free
with
to
my
do whatever.
schedule.
I
'Cause I
think
have my
so too.
graduation. I have my graduation in July, the 28th,
Right?
and I also have to just ask my wife. I don't have to ask her necessarily. I just have to tell her, "Hey, I'm going away for a little bit to see my friends." That's it.
Uh,
It should usually be fine.
Or you
because
could
she's
bring your
not gonna
wife.
get in the way. Yeah, I could bring her as well, but I always, because imagine this, I want to plan to maybe crash with you guys, and if I'm with my wife, I would have to go to a hotel and blah 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 and all this shit.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, would be more nice, I guess, because you have more privacy in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think
But if
like
it's
any
just
of
me
us would
alone,
care. Like we just say, like Matt and me would say, "Oh yeah, drop a mattress in the fucking living room. Who cares?"
no, I know. But if it's just me, I don't care. I went to my friend's house, right? Met him on Steam. He told me about CS:GO trading. Straight up went to his student accommodation. You know how there's like a room where all the students can chill?
Yeah.
So I just straight up just slept at the couch. I woke up. There was like 5 Dutch people near me drinking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're like, hey, good morning. I called my friend. I'm like, get the fuck out of your room. Then we went and chilled.
They just
But
chill
if
like
I'm with
that.
my but if I'm with my wife, I can never do that. Like that's
Yeah,
fucking
but I mean,
crazy. Yeah.
oh, of course she wouldn't. She's not Muslim, I imagine. But I mean,
Nah.
for that religion, like I wouldn't even feel comfortable. Let's say I have a wife or I have a girlfriend, and I would sleep over somewhere, and you know, I wouldn't even want them to see her in like her underwear or whatever, or in a
No,
nightgown.
exactly. Forget about comfortability. I wouldn't want my wife around strangers in a
Yeah,
setting where it's not private. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so in that case, you probably would have to get like a hotel or anything.
I'm probably gonna go alone because
Mm.
she works a lot, and honestly, just want to enjoy myself first. Because
It's,
imagine this: we're meeting.
it's also good for your relationship if you do things by yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the thing is, we're meeting for the first time. Imagine I meet you, and then let's say my wife comes. I know this probably won't happen, but she's like, "Oh, I don't like you guys." I'm like, "Why the fuck am I here? I came to the Netherlands to meet you."
You know, I don't think I've really ever in my life had a moment where someone didn't say or didn't like me in a way or something. You know, as long as you're like open-minded, I can barely believe someone wouldn't like you.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I have the same thing. I think the only way people wouldn't like me, I guess it just comes to competitiveness. Let's say, for example, I'm doing something. We're playing a game, and I'm doing everything I can to win. Some
Yeah.
people may not like that, but you know, that's who I am. That's my character. I'm a winner. I have to be a winner. You know, you only get one chance in life.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I mean,
But at
yeah,
the same
people.
time,
Yeah, I mean, for face it, I mean, people will be like, "Oh, why are you always so positive, bro? It's annoying." It's like,
yeah,
goddamn.
that's dumb. Yeah, but sometimes you also have to know when to just chill and
Yeah, but I
have
mean, more
some
like
joy.
just
You
in
know?
real life, you know, when you meet someone and you just start
Oh yeah, yeah.
talking about stuff.
Oh no, that's fine. In real life, it's fine. Just, you know, I like to keep myself to myself. But when I'm with a friend and someone I'm comfortable with, it's a bless. You know.
Yeah.
God
Do,
damn,
do
it's
you
8
smoke?
p.m. here. Well, what do you say?
It's 9
Do I
p.m.
what?
here. I still haven't even eaten dinner yet. It's been streaming for three.
Same.
I thought I was gonna stream for like an hour and a half, but we're 2 hours over that.
You were,
Wait, do you
you were
smoke
gonna ask
cigars?
me? Never ever. I've never
Oh,
smoked
okay.
anything in my life.
Because I was
Never
gonna say
drank.
Matt has the sickest attic you probably ever seen. It's like
Bro,
we have
you
the
know what?
cigar lounge.
My dad put me into sports when I was young. I'd love to come visit the room, no problem. I'm so
Yeah.
disciplined in my own life that I've never done anything. And I'm really thankful that I'm like that.
Yeah.
'Cause to me, that's an accomplishment. Not many people can turn around and tell you, hey, I've never smoked or never did anything, any drugs, nothing.
Yeah.
Not many people can say that, and that's rare, and I'm so happy.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I don't mind having fun. If you guys have fun, I don't care. I'm there to, how do you say, take you home
Yeah.
safely. You know what I mean? I'm that friend where he has to be responsible and take everyone home. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I mean, same, I guess. Of course, for like
But
any one
but
of my
that but
friend
that's
groups, we
me.
always take care of each other,
But
no
that's
matter
me
what.
by force. You know what I mean? I don't have a choice.
Yeah. But it's like super sick. He lives in a building that was built in like the 1800s. It's pretty random.
Damn.
But he has like an attic, and it is. It has a lot of asbestos, but besides the point, I mean, it doesn't hurt. But it's like you can see like the beams of like the wood and stuff, and it's like this triangle shape all the way across. And what he did was he pretty much put all these Chesterfield couches. You know those couches, like with like circle like button thingies all around it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just pretty much
Yeah,
like the
hard to
old
explain.
vintage look, and it just fits the vibe perfectly. You know, he's got like candles everywhere, like chandeliers and candles and stuff, and it's so dope, man.
It's kind of like a old memorabilia, you know, like where old gangsters used to just
Yeah,
chill there.
sort of. It's like a real cigar lounge straight out of like the fucking 1950s or something. Like no screens, no TVs. We just sit there, we talk about stuff, and that's like also the thing where we kind of originated with the podcast thing. Just like we should totally get a podcaster, you know? It's the perfect vibe. Like you put a camera there and you make a photo out of someone, it looks fucking sick. Like, wait, maybe I have a photo of that actually.
I'd 100% be interested in viewing it. That'd be lit.
Yeah, man. And you've never met Matt as well.
No, never met both.
'Cause I know you through Matt, which is also funny.
I what? Through Matt?
Yeah, I met you through Matt, no?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Matt told me, or he probably told you, yo, there's a skin guy. Contact him.
I think we played some games. Oh. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Matt is the plug. Nice guy. I really do wish years before, you know, when they were having like CSGO events, I really wish I did take the risk and went. I never went because honestly,
I mean, CSGO fans are sick.
yeah,
Long.
because sometimes it would be maybe even like money wise. Because I know a lot of times YouTubers get sponsored to go.
Yep.
With me, it's like, damn, I gotta pay the hotel,
Yeah.
I gotta go here, go there.
True. I mean,
Yeah,
I also paid for all my events except for the last one. Like
don't even
Katowice,
know
I
which
paid
was
for myself.
the last
Like I don't know how much I
Oh.
spent. It was like 200 euros for a couple of nights. The ticket itself, well, the ticket was, I got a press ticket, but that ticket was useless. I got to sit like in the most upper corner of the podium where there was like no air to
One
breathe.
over to be. One
Pretty
over
fucked,
to
but I
be.
think I didn't spend more than like 600
One
euros
meat,
total
one meat.
for like, what was it, 4 days of Poland.
Yeah,
And I think that's
pretty good.
doable for such an experience. Like all the people
No,
that I
it
met
definitely
there.
is. 100%. I guess for me, I paid more attention on the actual financial part rather than the experience. Because that's
Yeah.
honestly when it comes down to it. Whenever I do anything, I always think about how's it gonna affect me financially. It's a shitty mindset, but
Yeah,
because
same,
I'm
you
really
know.
careful.
I never make any big purchase or I never spend like a flash of money, you know. It's like I still drive my fucking 2006 Opel Astra. I wear pretty much the same set of clothes every single day. I just wash them. It's like with Egypt though. Egypt is different because I spent a lot of money on Egypt. I'd say I spent for the vacation. It's like I'm only going 6 nights, but I've spent 1,000 on the ticket. I spent 200 plus euros for the hotel. I'm probably gonna spend more there. So it's like a 1,300 euro vacation. But I'm also seeing it as an self-improvement thing. You know, it's a very unique experience. Going by yourself, it teaches you character. You're going to explore culture you've never experienced. Stuff like that. And then I would say it's like worth the investment.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely get what you mean. And you know, that's a good thing because you're taking yourself out of the comfortability zone and making
Yeah,
yourself
and that's like the only time you'll grow in life is when you get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, when you're uncomfortable, that's the real test.
Yeah.
Get comfortable doing the uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then you'll learn the most. Now imagine you go to a CSGO event, how many people you'll meet there.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
I say, yo, Drepz, I sold you my Sapphire fucking 2021, bro.
It would be amazing as well to see some people I've sold skins to or bought skins from, or even the pro players recently where I bought the skins. I'd be like, hey man, this is me. You
Yeah.
know what, I definitely would want to, not monetize, but try and make like a vlog channel and kind of explore my way, because it's not very often you get to meet a skin trader who's really fucking open about what they do and how much money they make. And no,
Yeah.
seriously, a lot of traders, they're really close-minded, or they just do their own thing and that's it. You know, you really contact them only for deals.
True. But I mean, a
that's
lot of
why,
YouTubers,
hopefully-
technically, you could also say are skin traders. I mean, I know Furious and Anomaly always buy skins.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Example.
but then that's just the extra way of them making money, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking advantage of what they have. And
Mhm.
honestly, if I was in their position, I would too. I'm
Yeah,
not.
same.
I mean, you are in their position. Ah,
Your in episode stream.
okay. Yeah.
What did you say? I didn't get it.
I was gonna say you're in the position as well where
Oh,
you're a YouTuber. You
in the
could buy
position
skins.
as well, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but
I
really,
thought
I mean,
I thought you
I'm,
meant to say that I'm in a position as well, where I'm a skin trader and I can go to YouTube.
I mean, technically, if you could just do YouTube, I mean, you'd probably be on the same level as like fucking Jesus or Onapixel. But you never really went for it. I don't know if that's
No,
something you want to do, but you could easily be a YouTuber.
I tried it once in terms of actually trying. However, I was editing my own videos, so I had a very bad experience during spending a lot of hours editing and getting
Yep.
nothing from it. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, you could also just get like an editor or whatever.
Right
Oh no,
now,
100%.
But it's like easy, you know, if you just have experience about skins and you have a good voice and you can speak good English and you can tell a story. I mean, that's all you need, really.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
But
I'm pretty
hey,
sure Jesus
remember-
just like still works out of his shitty ass microphone. I don't know what microphone he has, but it's like the headset microphone.
But the only bad part is, yeah, I've been living in the UK for like 10 plus years. Somehow it still sounds as foreign as I went in.
Yeah, but it's good because it's like a unique thing. You know, imagine just having a regular ass UK accent. That's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, 100%.
Even me, like, people say like, oh, you have an American accent, you have like an English accent, but it really depends because sometimes I would just be saying stuff and then I'd just be slurring words and just, I don't know, but it's like a unique thing and it's cool because if
I'll
people,
definitely be interested in that podcast idea and then making.
yeah, you know,
my
I'll
own-
probably just upload this entire stream. Like, I'll just make a little intro, cut it, and it's just gonna be us
Yeah.
talking for like, I think we talked for like 2 hours straight, no stop about stuff.
Yeah, straight up. No, I can see. Yeah, we called at 5 p.m. It's 8 p.m. now. It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah,
And of course, we did a little bit of gaming, but
yeah, you know, and then I'll just do a very small edit about it. I mean, honestly, I still gotta finish another video for the deal that I'm doing right now because I'm like doing a 3-month deal with Keydrop, and in the second month I still gotta do like one more second channel thing. So if I just do this, I can get that done today. I can get it done tomorrow. Upload that. That's done. And then also people get to see the podcast. And who knows? Maybe there's gonna be people out there that's gonna watch the entire 2 hours. It's gonna be sick. Because I know there's people right now, 100 people watching that have already also followed for like 2 hours. You know.
Mhm.
And the thing with YouTube, by the way, is at the start you're gonna suck at YouTube, you know. But
Oh, yeah.
it's just as Mr. Beast always said, is just make 100 videos, and if you make every video better than the last one, guaranteed you'll make good videos out of those 100 videos. The thing is, you gotta do it. You know, I've also had friends where I said, "Oh, you could easily be a YouTuber." Like same with Matt, with me. You know, people say, "Oh, you could easily be a YouTuber." And people try it, but they don't try hard enough. They just quit. They make one video and say, "Oh, this is good," and then they just quit. When really you gotta be grinding that shit out. You gotta be trying it for at least a couple months. You know, really put the work in, and then see what the result is.
no, definitely, I definitely understand what you mean. You have to put in the effort. Even me, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but yeah,
implement all
of course
that
you also have to
stuff.
look for yourself. Like, why would I want to do this? Is it something I truly desire to do? Do I need the money for it? You know.
I would love to. How to say?
Yeah, but
Definitely
like,
do YouTube.
you could
in
also
terms
just
of
only stream.
stress-free.
You know, you don't even have to edit. You could just be yourself. You'd probably be more of a streamer than a YouTuber, I'd say.
Mm.
And then with Twitch, it's easy, right? You just take clips. You don't have to edit. People just put the clips that you talk about. They take a clip, 60 seconds, put it on YouTube. Boom, that's your YouTube. That's like what Jesus does. He doesn't really make that many full videos. He just puts a lot of shorts in. And that drives people towards your Twitch. Because they think like, oh, he's talking about interesting stuff.
No, I get what you mean. 100%. I definitely wanna maybe take it easy, do a podcast, see where that goes, and wherever happens, happens. I'm not gonna put pressure on it because if you put pressure on it, you have expectations. You have expectations,
Oh,
that's the bad part.
no. Because if you set expectations, you're only gonna set yourself up for disappointment when your expectations are not being met.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Go on.
Yes.
That's something that's not good at all. But you know what? That's life, you always give yourself expectations.
Yeah. You should start doing more and thinking less. This is the thing I probably struggled with the most, was just I thought way too much and didn't really do a lot. Like, not per se YouTube wise, but just about, I don't know, like health, for example, or doing things that aren't good for you, drugs, or you know, and I don't know what the saying was again. It's like, you suffered. If you think about something, if you think about suffering, you're suffering twice. I think that's what the quote is. Because let's say you have something coming up, right? Something you don't look forward to. And instead what you do of just ignoring it until it's there, you start thinking about it and you start getting all these negative thoughts that like, this is going to happen, or I'm going to do this, or it's going to be embarrassing, or whatnot. And you're just going to be suffering in your own mind. And then let's say you get to the event, then if it's fun, then you're like, oh wow, I spent all this time worrying for nothing. If it was good, or if it was bad, then okay, the worrying was right. But why would I need to worry twice? Because if you go there, you could have never predicted what was going to happen there. So it's like, why would you suffer twice? You know.
No, I get what you mean. The mental health definitely has a big aspect because, you know, when you think about something and then it goes through your head, you can't stop it. It's really hard. And a lot of people suffer mostly from the aftermath rather than what's happening, you know?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But I guess anxiety is also having, like, it's a result, like anxiety and depression is like a result of self-loathing, like being unhappy with yourself. That's probably the main thing. And people, like, I don't know, just people online are more often than not just depressed. And it's just because they're not happy with themselves. And they just gotta figure out what it is and work on that. And then in return, they won't have the anxiety and overthink stuff.
Overthinking is definitely the biggest thing that hurt people.
And even your brain, like, for example, when it comes to like girls, you know, your brain could think of stuff that isn't even real and then start making you jealous, or start thinking this person is doing other things, or like, what's the reasoning behind her doing this and that. And it's really bad for you, honestly.
I'll send you something funny. I'll send you my old YouTube channel where I actually tried to do YouTube. Funny video. 2-minute video. Really funny.
So I got embarrassed you in 5 minutes.
So, I got this message.
You like the intro?
You made one video.
Now.
I made more, but they got taken down. Yeah,
So
this
I
was
chilling,
this is why it took like 10 hours to edit myself. Swear to God.
But it's just you talking as some small clips, 10 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably thought more than you did. Maybe that's the thing.
Oh yeah. I overworked too much.
Sometimes I'll be thinking about a YouTube idea and I just start thinking it out. But in reality, you just come up with one idea and just start doing it. And just start talking about it.
Oh man. Very funny.
Like, probably, you could have also just done it in like one take and it would have been good.
Oh yeah, but I kept on stuttering. I had to like.
Yeah, then you cut it out, then you gotta put that in, cut it out.
Yeah. And then when
someone just said, ask Drepz, can I edit one for free?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
DM me on Twitter, bro. DM Drepz underscore.
DM him on Twitter, Drepz underscore. This is Aurora talking, by the way. I don't know if Aurora is also Aurora on Twitter. Oh yeah, let me
Mr. Aurora.
permit you. Hold up.
Thank you.
Permits Drepz. There you go, man.
Now stay tight.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it a lot. Go think about what to edit though.
Maybe
I'll
ninja.
definitely maybe a podcast or something or anything whatsoever.
Or you just go back to streaming. Talk about skins and stuff. Maybe you'll, on the stream you'll come up with something cool.
Definitely. Yeah, I remember streaming as well. Maybe Kick.
I think it's also more fun if you just stream and you just put like a webcam and that's it. Like nothing else. You know, like just no sponsorship. You just talk about stuff and it instantly also builds like a relationship with you. You know, not per se just about the
I
skins.
did do that. I streamed, right? Just playing games, but also doing skins and having a webcam. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. It was fun. But somehow I guess, you know, stopped, you know?
Yeah, didn't you also get some viewers when you were streaming?
Yeah, I think I had like 20 and 50 at one point. That was my max.
Oh.
It was even so funny. I got my dad. And he just came in randomly, and I told him, I'm like, Baba, look at these skins. Look how much the money they cost, this and that.
And
That
it's
was
like a
really
fun
funny.
video idea. Guess asking my dad how much skins cost or something, you know?
Yeah, and then
But you
I
can
had,
just
like,
take
some
that from a stream. You don't even have to edit that. You just call it good title thumbnail and boom, you're done.
Okay.
Bro, I even had like a funny idea where I invested for my dad.
Oh.
Essentially, it was just me investing.
Half
but
HP, half
I
HP.
told him pick out what item you want. He picked out the item, and I think he made like $500. I
Right,
cashed
right.
out, and I
He
just gave
didn't
it to him.
go.
It was so cool. Such a cool thing. Oh man, I miss my dad. Hopefully he's coming in like 2 weeks.
Is your dad
went on,
just kind of chilling right now?
Honestly, because I'm married and he kind of is like, oh, everyone has their own thing. Because I'm the youngest of the family. He just goes back and forth to his home country and back to me. But he's just enjoying himself, if that makes sense. Like going to family, visiting countries.
Oh, I mean, wasn't he in jail for like 20 years?
Oh yeah, but that was way before I was born. Like he
Oh.
already went through the hottest part of his life without me.
Very much more flash.
Which I'm thankful for, you know, like I'm glad I wasn't.
I thought he was like in
In a
jail when
position-
you were like growing up or something.
No, it was my brother when he was growing up.
Ah.
So perhaps his, you know, his relationship was broken with my dad before that, you know? You know, it's fine. My dad's a super happy guy. Crazy. He went through so much in his life, and he still smiles like he's like a big teddy bear.
I think they're on A side, bro.
Definitely inspires me. 'Cause
Bro,
I can't believe going
Carlos
through
side.
all of that and then still being smiling, you know, at life
Yeah.
in general. Especially when he got jailed and it wasn't even his fault. He got jailed just because he was in the war, you know, didn't kill anyone. just a
Suffering
mechanic.
builds character.
Yeah, man. Fucking what? 15 years, 12, 13, 14 years in jail. 3 different jails. So many stories about what happened.
You are a very idiot,
Amazing.
bro. You are.
Stories he told me were incredible. This was old school jail as well, you know?
Bro,
No internet, no
okay,
rights,
shut up.
you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's when you get really bored.
You are helping.
Could he at
your
least do some
enemy.
push-ups?
Yes, okay, okay.
No, he told me he just prayed. Like in prison,
Oh.
he just prayed and
You more smart than me.
took
sorry,
really
bro.
religion into serious. Because a lot of people went crazy in jail.
Yeah.
'Cause you know, they get crazy,
I can
there's no
die
nothing,
first time
you don't
like
know
you
if
know
your
it.
family know you're dead and alive,
Yes,
you know?
and I'm
And
very
the
smart.
guards were pretty
you
shitty,
know?
bro. He would tuld tell me, he would
And
be
I'm
like,
sure
the
that
guards,
it's
they would
better,
put on the
it's better.
TV
Yes,
where people would be playing
yes.
football.
No.
And before someone would score, the guards would turn off the TV. Yeah, and sometimes they would like turn off. They will turn on the night. Turn on the light at night. They would hose them down with water just randomly, just to fuck with them. It was like a
What the
really
fuck?
shitty prison. It was like, you know, have you seen Prison Break?
Yeah.
Where the guy went to Egypt and to prison. It was really bad. It was legit that.
Oh, that was season today.
Yeah,
I
and
quit watching after that. I thought it was kind of a redo.
same. Season 1 and 2 incredible. Season 3 or 4 it got really bad.
All right, Drepz, I really appreciate talking to you. Thank you for
Man,
sticking
me
around,
too.
doing a little philosophy stream here. But I am super hungry right now, and I still haven't eaten dinner in like 4 hours. So
Bro, completely fine. I'm gonna go gym. I'm gonna work on myself. Get ready for my football training on Sunday. It was so good to speak to you. And bro,
Yeah.
contact me anytime. Likewise, I have to contact
You-
you as well, cause yeah.
do I have like a WhatsApp of you?
Bro, I'll give you my number right now. I'll send it on Discord.
Yeah, just send it
Thank
on
you
Discord.
as well, everyone on chat, for being nice and interactive.
Hey guys, some hearts in the chat for Drepz.
Bro, hearts for New York. New York gives me the platform to share my story. No, nice guy, New York. Always a pleasure.
Look, so
And
cute.
please, if anyone needs help with skins, just DM me. I can help anyone to do with CSGO skins. But yeah, man.
All
Just
right,
take care of
well,
yourself, yeah?
Good luck in the gym.
Thank you so much, man. Take care, yeah?
Yo.
See